Hello and welcome to the Computer Game Show. My name is David Turner. I am here with James Farley.
Hello.
Sean Bell.
How you doing?
And Matt Murray.
You right?
Hello.
What's the wrong?
What's the wrong with
What's the wrong with you?
Basically,
What's
it going
If I try
on?
and do it upbeat, you have a go. If like I just say it normally, you have a go.
We'd like
what are you
to-
expecting?
Hang on,
Start
who was
the
having
show
a go? Just joined in, I thought.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's
yeah,
like
don't
you-
be so
you having a
sensitive,
go.
man.
Oh, right.
Yeah, chill out. I wasn't having a go.
Yeah, you were.
God, someone's a bit edgy since living on their own for a week. For
Shut up.
those of you listening on the podcast and not watching on the YouTube, James currently has a beard. He clearly hasn't washed. There's something on
You can
fire
actually
behind
see
him.
the scent lines coming up there. Like in a cartoon.
You can see there's some balls of piss in the
Flies.
background.
Don't Matt, we know. So, Patreon producers for this month, they are Aaron Patrick, the QuickBooks chap, Simon Nelson, Moomin Biscuit, Trans Rights to Human Rights, Dave Ernsberger, Colin Brown, Gasman, Rocketman76, Smooth Monkey, John Tempelli, Jackie Sniper, Sam Higton, Thomas, Stan, Philip with an F, Cutty, Steve Lee, Jack Oven, Grey Dragon Claw, Colin the Car Wanker Smith, Lee Keybottom, My Dog Skip, Dean, Evil Mammal, Don Whiskerando, Boza Karma, Jonathan Edwards, Johnster, and the newest Full Nels is Tri-State, and we've got a returning Full Nels member. That's really screwing me up.
It's getting worse, isn't it?
Lie.
Like,
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We've got a new returning Full Nels member. It is, of course, Ryan Cobain. Thank you so
Hey.
much for joining the Full Nels crew. This is the biggest Full Nels crew we've ever had, I believe. 29.
Yeah.
That's a massive list of people. Thank you so much. You genuinely keep us going. We really do appreciate your support. Patreon.com/TCGS if you'd like to join the crew. We have just released our bonus show in which we had a slightly rambly chat about the circus tattoos and odd birthday
Sorry, there's a comma there. The circus, comma, tattoos, not the circus tattoos.
No, there wasn't supposed to be. I thought you were getting circus tattoos.
Load of clowns.
I mean, not confirmed yet, so it may be.
Load of clowns. Oh, is it the Insane Clown Posse? I was trying
Yeah,
to...
it's ICP, same about magnets and
Exactly.
shit.
I
You know.
thought it was a Manchester United tattoo, but
Why would I do that?
Why would he do that?
it's a circus, you know.
Oh, not anymore. They're going to win
They're
the
above
league.
you at the table, James. They are officially above Chelsea at the table.
It's true. Yeah.
There's
He's lashing
not,
out.
Just glass houses and everything. You don't understand, David. It's hard for us this time of year. We also
said that how many years? About 10 years ago.
We also have the stream this Wednesday where we'll be watching a Windows 95 promotional video. If that sounds like it's worth money to you, then sign up. Patreon.
You've forgotten the biggest bit, featuring Matthew Perry and Jennifer Aniston from Friends.
right.
Do you know,
So-
I'm,
Yeah, they're not joining us on the
They're not
call,
joining
though, are
us.
they? They're not-
No, I'm just going to say featuring, and then people can make their own
guest.
assumptions.
I'm really
ruined
looking
it.
forward to that one. Like, genuinely. I think
Oh,
it's
we
gonna be
know,
brilliant.
mate. You love a
nice
little bit of.
little trip down memory lane when Microsoft knew how to make an operating system, yeah?
You've
Yeah,
got
no,
them led.
95.
You fucking-
It's all right.
Oh, yeah.
That was one of the
Okay.
best, wasn't it? I love that.
It was
I love that
better
thing.
than
Yeah.
XP before, but
It's just-
yeah, XP was definitely the one.
Vista.
No.
Should we get to the feedback from last
Anyone else
week's
want to
show,
say anything
Matt?
else to remember?
Justin has missed Vista.
Tickled him. No, Matt, stop just doing the joke that I've done.
No, that's what made me laugh.
Okay, all right.
I was repeating the joke because it made me laugh. Is that allowed? Is that allowed, David?
No.
No. Well, I
Hang on.
should silence.
Did
Is
Matt
that-
just say Vista again?
Yeah, because it made me laugh, so I repeated what he said. I was repeating his joke, therefore, amplifying it, if anything.
Can we all do that? Vista.
Yeah, you can try.
There you go.
Fucking hell, boys! This is gonna be one of those, isn't it? And this is
We
look,
say that every
honestly,
time. It's not.
No, but it has been recently. Like last week's show was a bit unhinged. Like it started with James fucking fainting. It was a little bit off the rails last week. The week before wasn't much better, and now we're here again. 5 minutes in, none of this shit has made sense. Let's get to the feedback from last week's show, please.
Yes, we're going to start with Justin. Just listened to the start of the pod and David banging on about recording this podcast on a Monday. And we used to look forward to recording it when he was younger, but not really anymore now he's older. I now have this song stuck in my head. And it's, tell me why I don't like Mondays, tell me why, etc., etc. I'm not going to sing the whole song.
No, please, carry on. There's more. Go on, you've got to read the whole thing out.
Tell me why, tell me why I don't like Mondays, tell me why I don't like Mondays, I'm going to shoot. Yeah, that's basically, that's a pretty banging,
The thing is,
rendition, I would say.
because I wouldn't do that.
No.
So fair play, Matt.
I've got a good voice, Sean.
Flashbacks
When you got it.
to when we did the. Do you remember we did the Minecraft charity?
Oh, yeah, I remember that,
stream,
yeah.
and we had a karaoke.
We wanted to do karaoke. That was horrendous.
Oh, God.
Last time I sang in public, it was at a funeral. And
Oh.
the person who was stood
Sorry.
next to me,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sean. You have to really give us more detail than that.
and the person who was stood next to me sort of gave me a little elbow and a smirk as if she thought I was doing a funny voice, and I wasn't. I was just singing.
Oh,
You
wait,
on stage-
hold on. You sing the hymns with everyone else.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
I
it
thought you were
wasn't
on
like
stage.
like I'm going to do.
I thought you were like, in the end, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. And Sean Bell wanted to sing a little song for us. So, Sean, if you'd like to go up. Look, lick a boom boom down. I can't do that. Like, with hymns in at weddings or at funerals or whatever. I just refuse to do it.
I always wonder, because especially, not to get all Ricky Gervais, but being an atheist, I never know if it's disrespectful to join in when I don't actually.
That's what I tell people.
Just sing. I mean, you don't have to belt it out. Just say a few words.
But the problem is, Matt, you don't know.
It's disrespectful if you don't sing.
You don't know what the next note. I don't know what the next note is in with
Because often I don't even know the songs.
Oh yeah, if you don't know a song, then you could fuck up big
when
stuff.
you've got everyone around you going, oh, and you're like, what the fuck? How do I know to do that bit?
I just sing it
please?
under my breath. It's fine. It still counts, but I'm not.
And I always
blaring
think the vicar's looking at me going, what a fucking prick. Just sing, mate. Just sing. No one thinks you're cool for not singing.
It's like, look at him over there. He's hard.
Yeah, Dave's at the back smoking a cigarette and a leather jacket.
Sunglasses.
I'm singing. Anyway, that's Justin. Thank you for messaging Justin. First bit of feedback, tick. Rama Laptar's message. At 33 minutes 53 seconds in last week's show, episode 474, James laughed like the intro to the song Wipeout by the Safaris. I don't have any other feedback in a moment. He came back and said, oh, hang on, it might have been David. Here is the audio.
Here we go. He's
Strava, right, let's fucking put it all over.
Dopamine I'm getting from running is bullshit. I need fucking social media likes to
Couple more
boost it
seconds.
up.
I don't put it on Instagram that often.
I don't judge.
yeah, that's
James.
That's James. That's
Yeah,
definitely
that was James,
and
yeah.
it definitely sounds like the start of Wipeout. Ram a laptop. That is a great spot.
Yeah, that's
I didn't
very
spot
good.
that last week.
Very
That
good.
is fantastic. James, did you know you don't listen back to the show, do you?
No.
Have you ever
You know
listened
we
back to the show?
slowed-
Only when I'm not on it. I never listen to it when I'm on it.
Wow.
'Cause,
You know that I slowed down your voice for the quotes of the guy that was talking about Call of Duty.
I only found out about that when I read the feedback here.
Love that. Right, go on.
Skeleton in a Box has messaged, David, you can turn my glorious chanting down by going to settings bull pit, as there are about 20 slides to change to your liking, although I can't imagine why you want to do such a thing. Personally, I say turn everything down and just leave the chanting, but you do you.
Right, let's have a bet. Who thinks this is actually some of the words on the game?
No.
I bet it is. I bet it is. I bet it is, mate.
Well, we'll never know. Well, Google Skeleton in a Box and see if they're in the credits.
I'll do that later, yeah.
Cool, we're going to move on. The Ghost of
Yeah.
Barry Chuckle.
I'm not going to play it with just the chanting on, Matt. That's not
Go on.
going to happen. Okay,
Coward.
I will.
Not
Actually,
even-
you
Coward.
convinced me. You have convinced me.
Not even as a treat.
Yeah.
Just to like,
It's a cheat, no.
Do that and stream it for
Thank you.
24 hours if you think you're hard.
I will say the later levels have much better music, so I was pleasantly surprised in the increase in quality. To be fair, I've got to we'll talk about it later anyway, but I got to the next level, and holy shit, I don't even know how you approach this anymore. Like, it's really turned the whole game on my head, and now
Which
I'm
one's
worried. Can't remember. It's the one where you first got to get 3 gears. Like, so I've got 2 gears, 2 gears, 2 gears, and now it's 3 gears, so level 4, whatever. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, fucking great game. All right.
Actually, we've got a few more bits about Ball Pit. In fact, the Ghost of Barry Chuckle. Hello, wonderful podcast people. Long-time listener and lurker of the pod. I'm quite confused about why people feel the need to send in negative feedback. If it's something constructive, that's okay. But if it's just snippy comments or just being mean, there's Twitter for that. Yeah, I guess there is. I guess that's kind of what X is for these days. Yeah. Anyway, they continue. I've been playing a lot of Ball Pit, and there was a comment last week that it's like a bullet hell shooter. Sean gave the great tip of turning on the option to make your hitbox visible, and that's made it a lot easier for me. So thank you, Sean. I can't read this message because your cursor's in the way. So thank you. Also, don't forget you can. And he's done it again. No, actually, it's not. It's when your name appears over word, not the actual highlighting.
No one knows what you're talking about.
Well, I can't read the message, so someone's got to stop, haven't they?
Carl, can you edit all this out?
Thanks, Carl. No, keep it. Carl loves this shit. Right, let's move on. Also, don't forget you can slow the game down, which makes the slightly bullet dodging parts easier. Thanks for the podcast, and thanks for taking the time to create, edit, and share. You lovely humans. Much love, the Ghost of Barry Chuckle. Let's also move on to Martin Topping. Sorry. Hi, I just wanted to say thank you for talking about Ball Pit last episode. I gave it a go. It made me give it a go, and I've been obsessed with it all weekend. Without listening to the show, I wouldn't have picked this up, or indeed Balatro earlier this year. So thanks for the feedback.
Good. It is a really fucking good game. Like, the more I play it, the more I'm into it. I think you go into it thinking, oh, is this just nicking bits from other games and sort of like focusing on the stuff that gets you really addicted? And then the more you play it, you're like, nah, this is its own thing, and it feels fucking great.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, quality game.
Ryan Cobain, dear TCGS, co-code them all, but only when necessary. You lads probably hear us quite a lot, but life's been a little rougher recently, with the general things like work, but with a death in the family, and the imminent return of my grandfather after a lengthy stay in hospital, with a bit less than positive end-stage prognosis. Life has come back thick and fast, but each week this show is like having a proper break from life and a chance to slow right down, which has been wonderful. That's Ryan Cobain, the Astrobot Gotti apologist. Thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I mean, anything we can do. I mean, by that I mean just being.
I mean, not anything. Just
the podcast. We'll do the podcast, and we'll kind of limit at that. Yeah. But anything up to that, we'll certainly do. Yeah,
as long as it's a weekly podcast, barely about video games. We've got covered, mate. No, really sorry to hear that.
We won't change it in any way to appease you. We will just bound on doing this regardless. And if you download it, listen, and you enjoy it, then, well, if anything, it's luck. It's lucky that it's making you feel better. Not intentional, is what we're saying. I'm so sorry you'll go through this. Why are you laughing?
You made it worse. That's why. Tom C. Tom C, who calls himself one of the top 280 Toms in London SE4. So congrats, Tom, on that. I just want to celebrate the amazing glimpse we got into James Farley's soul in last week's episode at 2 hours, 19 minutes, 28 seconds. Presented with the threat of having to do a cheese tier list, his animal instinct to say any old shit to get out of doing some work was so powerful that his mouth and brain had to race to catch up. First, some classic wheel spinning to buy time for an idea to arrive. Then a long pause, then nothing came. Then the patently ridiculous, I love all cheese equally. What a triumph of human spirit. As a very lazy man myself, the only thing stopping me from celebrating this man as my hero is the fact that he is somehow the author of a published academic text. Here is that audio.
Drag the images onto the...
Yeah, you got to drag it. You could do it totally, James.
I mean, I could. I mean, the thing about this is that, I mean, I love all cheese equally. That's
why it'd be fun.
That's
why
it's not
bad. It'd be good because you're like, oh, cheddar versus Edam or some bollocks suddenly.
Yeah, absolutely no way.
No, it's true. I mean, there are some
James, I love people working you out. It's my favourite thing because I've spent my life trying to work you out, and I'm getting close. I'm not there, but I'm getting close. And my favourite thing that I've got, I think this is more recent development, past year maybe, is when you're not confident about how to pronounce something, or you're not confident in what you're saying, and you'll do this. You'll go, and then he picks up a phone. And or someone's name. If someone's name is Ichigishi Manakushmi, and
as if this isn't all being recorded and people won't notice.
It's like, quick, just go through it, and hopefully no one notices that I've just gone Hababismab.
That is a new development because I mean it's part of the inherent laziness of me, whereby in the past I used to read stuff a lot more before I read it, whereas that hasn't happened as much recently.
I mean, you're literally admitting this now.
So no prep. You used to spend like all of Friday
No.
or
There's
the weekend
still
with prep, didn't you?
there's still prep going on, but it's just
is there?
yeah.
Not as much.
I've got pages of notes here, Matt, for today.
No, I can see that, and I can also see every
how
link
big
from
are those
Eurogamer.net. So
That was because the others were not very good this week.
Interesting.
My favourite thing in I forgot what I was going to say. Right,
Cool.
should we?
yeah, we're going to end with
That was really
great.
weird.
Have you got any more like that, David? Have you got any more stories like that? 'Cause that's brilliant.
And no one interrupted. It was
No, we were waiting for it.
No, I know because sometimes you launch into it thinking, "Oh, it'll come to me as I say it," and then
As I say, and it doesn't. Carl, cut that bit.
Man, you're right, Matt. I noticed they are all Eurogamer this week. That's not usually like that.
Well, I thought you said it was because the others were rubbish.
Are you going to send them a tenner?
But usually I do a spread of different ones, but this week it wasn't.
Zero
You
spread
keep-
this week.
That's what I was going to say. Have you noticed that he's trying to force the fact that he's doing more work by he keeps mentioning the narrative in the WhatsApp group when he posts the news, and he'll post the news and then just put so you can see the narrative I'm working towards, and I'm like, no,
I said that once. That once. That was 2 weeks ago.
I think that was twice.
It was once.
All right, we'll see.
But it was a joke. It was meant as a joke.
That was a gag, was it?
Yeah, it was a gag.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, cool.
We're going to end with Andy Douglas speaking about James the
Vista.
Newshound.
Go on.
Hey guys, long time listener, first time writer. Just wanted to say hello. I love James Farley reading the news at 0.5 speed. That was hilarious. You should do it every week. I just want to say I love the podcast. My two favourite people on the podcast are Sean and James. Thanks for the podcast you do.
All
Thank
right,
you.
Andy Douglas.
Well, this
you
person
have just got
clearly-
yourself banned from the pod.
Blocked. I'm going to block your IP.
I think he
That's it.
sounds all right. I think it sounds cool.
You've just exposed poor taste on the podcast in front of all
Excellent
your
taste.
pals.
I'm just happy to be able to share the podium with James for once. I'm just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's rare that
Rare,
James
isn't
is, it's normally James at the top and that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's just a bit sarcasm. It's
Andy Douglas loves you and Sean. And the 0.5 speed bit was very good. I think it worked with a drunken style quote.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is it for feedback. Go to TC start again. And a 1 and a 2. Go to tcgs.co to leave your feedback. Yes, nailed it.
All right. Well, it's time for the news, and I'm looking forward to hearing what narrative you've got for us, James.
Well, it's annoying because, as Matt said, it's all Eurogamer this week, and this is the thing. I wish Microsoft would stop, like, just talking and doing things, because every week it's just been
What does that mean?
Because every
Well,
week
if they
it's
didn't,
just new
there'll be zero
things.
news this week. There'll be nothing.
That'd be better. That'd be better rather than listening to this nonsense that there is every week. It's just like
Why is this nonsense? But if it is,
You're not helping the fact that so many people are saying that we're anti-Xbox at the moment. You are not helping. I wish they would stop talking and doing things.
yeah, because they keep
come
saying
on.
ridiculous things, and it's just a bit annoying. But anyway, the first story. This is according to Bloomberg. This is basically Microsoft have tasked their Xbox gaming division with achieving 30% profit margins. And this is well above the industry average. And according to Bloomberg, the overall profit margin for the industry peaked at 22.1% in 2020, and then it dropped to 17.1% in 2024. Presumably that was because of COVID, and the people were buying a lot more stuff, and then it's gone back down. It's important to note, though, that this does not include all aspects of the Xbox business. Some have this target, but not all, although according to Bloomberg, many do. And Bloomberg have also said that sources spoke to them and said that there's going to be a greater focus on less costly games with higher revenue expectations being prioritised. So you're looking at like Call of Duty and stuff like that. But this kind of explains a lot, yeah? Like of all the things that have been going on over the last couple of weeks, really.
Well, yeah.
well, no, I mean,
it's-
not more than a couple of
it's
weeks.
quite-
It's like year, really. Like
Yeah.
this explains. Well, I think it says in the Bloomberg piece about essentially closing down studios, really, shrinking down their production to the ones that are really going to make them big money. So yeah, all this, and we've often questioned what what Phil Spencer's doing and what Microsoft are doing in general. And I think we did say, I said, I think it's clear that like now once Microsoft spent 70 billion on Activision Blizzard King, that they were always going to be upheld to higher standards internally at Microsoft, and they're like, Microsoft.
Is this them genuinely saying, look, this is just what you've got to achieve in order for this to justify its place in Microsoft, or is this like because it's such an unreasonable target? Is this like a willfully malicious thing? To clean house? And
it feels like it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
like it's a way to like cut down. Maybe it's to cut down stuff like the hardware, things that they don't want to do anymore, and give good reasons for that.
Is this to justify cutting loose stuff that they just don't? Yeah, they don't want any part in anymore, whether it's developers or like say hardware stuff. It's grim.
I know, and then Phil Spencer popped up though the other day.
Was he?
Yeah, he said that he said that developers should be given time and everything to develop games, and we also into the creative process. I'm not joking.
The guy that shuttered how many studios?
Yes, I know. This is what I mean about. I wish they'd stop talking, because it's just like they keep saying things that don't make any sense. Anyway, the next story is that there is a next generation Xbox confirmed in development, because Sarah Bond's been doing the rounds, because it seems that now she is the person who is now in charge of being the public face now that Phil Spencer seems to have disappeared. Do you want to hear what she had to say?
Apart from that thing he said last week.
Okay, I can't wait. Yeah, go on. I want to hear this.
She said, "We are 100% looking at making things in the future."
I feel reassured.
Yeah.
We have our next-gen hardware in development. We've been looking at prototyping and designing. We have a partnership we've announced with AMD around it, so that is coming. What we saw here was an opportunity to innovate in a new way and to bring gamers another choice, in addition to our next-gen hardware. We are always listening to what players and creators want. When there is demand for innovation, we're going to build it. She probably didn't.
When?
I don't know, and then she also said on another podcast that they were expecting a future machine to be very premium, is what they were saying, and it was going to be, So this is going to be
fucking expensive.
Yeah,
favorite thing about the story is that when we posted it in the WhatsApp group, James went, I think I'm still going to go for this bet. And we're like, no, the bet was made, James. There's no way you can backpedal on the bet.
About that. I was so fucking angry at you, James. I had to stop talking.
No, because I just said I've been rethinking this. My thoughts about this.
Like you get a choice. Okay, cool.
But it's fine, because I'm still happy to go. Because since then,
you can't be happy. You're in the bet.
Exactly.
You're in the bet.
Exactly. I'm not trying to get out of the bet. It's fine.
No,
I'm not trying to get out of it.
Yeah, but you posting that thing and going, do you know what? I am happy to continue with the bet like it was in question. It wasn't in question, James. It was
that is not what I said. That is not what I said.
That you're doing us a favour by being willing to keep going on with it, even though there was never any option for you to withdraw, right? That's
since then, though, I've rethought it again, and after reading this bullshit. After reading this bullshit, I'm doubling down on the fact that there isn't going to be another one from. The
wording is not
says
specific.
There will be.
Yeah.
No, but she pretty much says there will be.
She says they're looking at doing it. Which
no,
they're 100% making things in the future, Dave.
She said,
no. She says we've made this thing with AMD, so it is coming.
They've announced a partnership with AMD.
Yeah, that's what they've announced.
Right, and then what does she say after that?
No, she said, so that is coming, but what does that mean? Does that mean the console or the partnership?
It says here, we have our next-gen hardware in development.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah. I don't think it's going to happen. It's.
Okay,
come on, you can't believe anything these people say. They say all sorts of stuff all the time.
Sure, right. There you go. Ha ha ha. Happy to continue with the bet, though.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Happy to continue
I think that's
bet.
Pretty generous.
And then my response was, mate, you're so generous.
I think it is. I think it's very generous. Yeah,
it's not generous, James. You're not. The bet's not in question. It's that we need to get stakes locked down.
Yeah,
that's what we need to get locked down, because otherwise, the closer it gets, the less James is going to agree to. So, we've already fucked up because we're a little step closer. We need to get the stakes locked down. Can we do that next week, please?
Yeah. Okay. Good. So, right. But also this is all going to depend. So we're only going to know, aren't they, if they actually do a reveal, a machine reveal. That'll be when we know for certain that it's happening.
I think the wording she's used here does not preclude the idea of it being basically a computer that runs Xbox.
Oh yeah. But that's not the thing.
Yeah, no,
No,
it's more
They-
like who's
they
making
build
it.
the
Is
box
it's gotta-
and release it and call it an Xbox, but
Exactly,
it's, more of a
it's gotta
PC.
be a box
Matt
that's-
wins the bet.
Yeah,
'cause
exactly. It's got to be
they're
a box.
making it. Yeah.
The box has got to say like Microsoft or Xbox on it, and it's got to be made by Microsoft. That's it. Like it's got to be their thing.
Yeah, for Matt to win.
Yeah, exactly. For Matt to win.
For
yeah.
you to win it, it has to,
It has to be a
have
third
Xbox
party.
on it,
Yeah.
and it's made by I don't know,
Like
Asus.
Audi.
Playtonic.
Like ROG or whatever. It's,
Yeah. I beg your pardon. Was that a brain rot? Italian brain rot? You said then. What did you say,
Who? What?
Sean?
Me?
Yeah.
Lamborghini.
Oh right. Sorry, I've heard so much Italian brain rot this past week that I thought it was Lamborghini
Oh, it's going to be
Bombardini
made
or
by
whatever. And...
Bombadillo Crocodillo.
Oh, fuck off. All right.
But yeah.
Well, it certainly seems like it's happening, so that's exciting. But yeah, there's. I mean,
Well, they're looking at making it happen.
Looking
So
at making that. When
I think
innovation, when we want innovation, when?
yeah,
James, I
Then
think
they'll
you're being
make-
very selective in what quotes you're looking at there, because for me, this means they're much more likely to be producing the next Xbox, based on what she said today.
I know, but would you believe?
Today?
Would you believe what they're saying?
No,
They've said
I
a lot of
wouldn't. I
things.
wouldn't. But but you're using the quotes to back you up, and I
No,
don't think
because,
you should be doing
because I think she's trying to be clever with the language here. That's why.
Yeah.
that by
so-
saying it's coming.
Yeah, no,
but
by saying that.
We're-
What's it?
With the next generation of video game console.
I think I think the wording is vague enough. To,
Yeah. I think it's pretty.
I
vague.
don't agree. I don't agree. I think you've really got to read between the
If you're
lines to
saying
make
we
it
are
vague.
100% looking at making things in the future, that's
Yes.
really vague.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
but it's more the
again,
second
you're being
bit is like,
selective with your quotes.
we have
James.
our next gen hardware in development.
But then she says we have a partnership we've announced with AMD around it, so that is coming. That's the
Right.
partnership is
She
coming.
doesn't
That
call it a
necessarily-
console at any point.
Yeah.
Go back.
There's no-
You're missing a line.
You're
Okay,
missing stuff.
No. She says we have been looking at prototyping, designing.
Yeah, you're
Looking
still
at
missing the
it.
line.
You're
Looking
still
at
missing it, mate.
Still missing the line.
We have our next gen hardware in development.
Okay, next news story. Next news story.
Doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean
that doesn't
anything.
necessarily mean they're making it.
No, it doesn't. It just
means
means
it's
they're
in
doing
development.
designing and stuff. It
Okay.
doesn't mean it's going to happen.
Look, I'm not saying either way, but honestly,
No,
I
it
don't
could go
think
either
you can,
way.
you can't use bits of that quote and
Okay.
ignore massive bits.
No,
and
'cause
just
you-
go, oh,
I don't think
don't
the bits
believe
he
that
added
bit, but leave.
changed anything.
No, it hasn't changed the
massively
thing.
does, Sean.
No, it
She
doesn't.
directly talks about the next generation of hardware consoles. Says they've
No,
done
no, she doesn't. No. She doesn't say consoles. She says the next gen
okay,
hardware.
all right, but they're
Yeah.
saying they predict that it's in development. I mean, honestly,
But it's next gen.
honestly.
But we don't know what's in development. We don't know
She
what
hasn't
it is.
said.
Okay. All right. I think you are being insanely selective with what you're choosing. I get it if you go, this is all bullshit or this is all true. Like, I get that, but you can't go. These
You
bits
can.
show that they're
No,
not
you
doing it,
can't.
and these bits I'll just ignore because
Yeah,
they
these
don't
bits are
fit
100%
my-
true, and I
There's one,
believe
David,
these bits I
out
don't.
of that whole thing that we've just been talking about, there is one line that says we have our next gen hardware in development. The rest of it is all obfuscating nonsense, right?
Okay, so
And
why
that
ignore
one
that
line-
one line?
Because that one line, we have our next gen hardware in development, that doesn't mean a console. It could be anything.
Right, but there's
Could be
still
another
going
device
to be.
like the ROG Ally, which is
Yeah,
just, but it's
exactly,
a box
which
instead
is
of a
then-
handheld.
I mean, it's a step. I think this makes me feel like it's more likely they're going to produce another bit of hardware themselves.
Then why hasn't she said yes? We're making a new Xbox console.
Yeah.
Because no one absolutely just comes out with that shit, do they? Especially in the state that fucking Microsoft are in. I'm surprised that this has been said. To be honest with you, it's a I don't know.
Also, the next hardware might be like a handheld / home like console hybrid. So
You mean like the
maybe-
ROG Ally?
The
Yeah.
one they just released. Yeah.
but like I'll be like the rumored PS6, be like the Switch, like more that kind of vibe.
They'd be mad if Sony and fucking Microsoft go down this route. I really think they'd be mad to do it.
To do what?
To do
do
a
a Switch
hybrid
stuff.
console. To do a Switch thing.
I don't think they would at all. I don't think they'd be mad to do it. I mean, I
I
think.
don't know, man. I mean, we're
I think-
already looking at the Switch 2 being the worst place to play cross-platform AAA stuff. So I think they've.
Yeah,
right, I
exactly.
think
Sean, like Sony's big thing is that you get to play the most intense-looking games on a console.
Yeah, and they
I
should
know,
press
but
that
then
advantage rather
if
than-
we have a look at a later news story, that brings that into focus a bit.
All right, then
I
let's
think
do
so.
that.
We'll get. Should we go straight? No, I want to do the next one because next one's
Narrative,
about
narrative.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
yeah,
the
sorry,
next
I
one's
don't
more
fucking
Xbox.
narrative.
So
No way.
yeah. So finally, Halo is coming to the PS5, and I mean obviously also Xbox and also PC. People seem to be really surprised by this, which surprised me because I thought
Did
this
they?
was There's been loads of people, the usual people on like YouTube and stuff, like being like the sky is falling and all that kind of thing.
Oh,
it's like,
'cause-
Is it not
that's-
more the fact that it's like, because it's 100% confirmed? Like, obviously,
Yeah.
we all kind of like, oh yeah, I'm sure they'll bring Halo, but the fact that it is actually happening, I think that's more like the holy shit moment.
No, I think the holy shit moment is I'm on YouTube and I need to make this film
Yeah,
like it's the most surprising thing of all
Yeah.
time, so that people click.
But I saw
on
those people on Blue Sky and
thumbnail.
everywhere doing it. It's just like, it is like a big moment. The fact that
Well, they're
finally,
calling- yeah, like it is a big moment, but I think we were already over the hill with it, and
I
now
think-
we're
yeah, but
rolling
to
down.
us-
the
it's
other
not a
side.
surprise.
I think
yeah, still, I think.
to people like us that are kind of like following this all the time, like I think it is obvious, but I think to like a regular person who doesn't follow the game industry that closely, this would be a shock that you're seeing this on
That's
PlayStation.
bad because I think Forza Horizon coming out on the PlayStation was like it doesn't matter anymore. Like they'll
They're
release.
giving
it
away the
right
best
now.
stuff.
They're
Yeah,
giving
like-
away.
I know,
their
but
best thing.
I think Halo has a different place than like Forza does.
Yeah, because
Like,
this
it's-
launched the original Xbox.
Yeah,
This was
exactly.
their mascot.
And
This
it
was
was-
their.
All right,
and it
if
was
you wanna
massive
go back
as well for
fucking
ages.
20 years or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like I'm talking about one of their biggest games, one of their greatest exclusives. They gave away, or they started, selling on PlayStation last year. I think, or was it last year? Or was it the start of this year? It was. That was the moment where I just went, right, okay, all bets are off then, because I think if they were keeping Halo, they'd be keeping Forza Horizon as well. I think that's what I'm driving at there. You wouldn't do one and not the other.
No,
I
I'm
think.
not surprised, but it's the fact that it's like this is their icon, this is their shining light. And,
But how did they announce it? Because this was the weird.
or
thing,
what have they
right?
announced?
Yeah, so they announced this on I think it was weird because there was like YouTube videos, obviously like PlayStation had like their like a trailer for it and everything. Then there was the guy from what are they called now? Is it Halo Studio? What's their
In the
name?
studios,
What's it
yeah.
called this week?
Yeah, and he was wearing like a PlayStation T-shirt as well, which was interesting. But this is a remake that's apparently been rebuilt from the ground up with Unreal Engine 5.
That guy at Halo Studios with a PlayStation T-shirt should be made to watch those snarky Sony videos where they were like, "I'm going to lend my friend a game on repeat, eyes open like Clockwork Orange." I'm telling you, you've sold us out. You release Halo Infinite. This is on you.
Yeah.
All right.
So the console wars mean nothing to you.
Yeah. No, they weren't. We wanted to finish the fight, mate.
No, look.
We've
lost you, wanker.
enemy. Come on, sorry.
So yeah, they're refining the controls. It's going to have like co-op, up to 4-player online co-op, which is pretty. That's good
Not
because
all
the
those, or
original.
was it just used to be 2?
No, it's 2.
Yeah, and there's also going to be 3 new missions as well.
Oh, boy.
that are being added to it.
Yeah, crucially, this is just a campaign. Just
Yeah.
a campaign. Campaign evolved. Don't like the title. I mean,
It's
I know
getting
what
up
they've
there
done.
with one of the most remade games of all time, isn't it?
Yeah.
A bit silly. Yeah.
Does look gorgeous though. Does look gorgeous on Unreal Engine 5.
Do you want to hear the quote about the whole thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so this is from executive producer Damon Conn. He said, "We wanted to start where it all began, with the original campaign that defined Halo. Starting here means people that had never played the game before will be able to understand the story from the very beginning. And that can help us chart a course forward with new Halo stories."
I've played about 8 of these games and I still don't understand the story, I'll be honest with you.
But yeah, and so, I thought it looks really good. The trailers I thought looked great. I'll play
Yeah,
this
it looks
again.
gorgeous.
Do you
Definitely.
know
And
what?
it's got
I'm
3 new
also
missions as well. you
I'm
know.
not seeing any reason to bother, to be honest.
3 new
What,
missions?
Halo? The one with do you remember when on the one with the beach and that? Fuck
Yeah,
hell.
Yeah, the library.
Yeah, I do remember it.
Yeah.
And I don't feel the need to.
The
I haven't felt
flood.
the need to go back really.
Don't you want like AI, upscaled assets, Sean, and all that? Because that's come
Yeah,
out
well,
the
yeah,
other day.
actually, yeah,
It's-
now you mention it. Yeah,
I went back this weekend actually. I played the first one with Charlie for a little bit, and it didn't need an upgrade. that what is it, anniversary edition that they released it looks like shit. And what's really funny is that you press the select, what is known as the select button, and it goes back to like the original Xbox, and you go, never looked this bad. No, it didn't.
Couldn't have done it.
And it turns out, yeah, absolutely did. So yeah, no, I'm up for another. It's funny. Everyone I've sent this to has gone, they're doing the first Halo again for far. I'll play it.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's not what I want from Halo. You know, it's just not what I want. I think this is a quick way of getting some money out the wider audience on PlayStation. It's a good introduction to the series on PlayStation.
Definitely. I think it's also like a great onboarding of exercise, to just remake the first in Unreal Engine 5 to get the team on board for that. I think probably while they're doing pre-production on the new one properly, also get kind of real world testing and feedback from a brand new audience that may not have played the Halo games before. I mean, I can actually see them maybe remaking all of them in the next few years as they maybe work towards a new one or whatever. If they're going to do this to start the story, why wouldn't they then continue the story by remaking 2 and 3 and 4 not Guardians?
They've looked at.
I reckon they probably would.
They must have looked at The Last of Us and stuff like that and thought we could just do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Just keep re-releasing them.
Yeah, it gets experience up on Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, they get all the things I just mentioned. So I think why not? I mean, I'll play it again for sure. No multiplayer, but the original didn't come with multiplayer originally.
Don't worry about me remaking 5. Don't worry about that.
Guardians was so shit.
And in fact, actually, I'm going to piss a lot of people off. ODST, don't remake that.
Oh,
no, I played it recently, Sean. It's fucking wank.
It's not wank.
If they remade it,
is
not
not
make it good.
a good game. It's not a good. Go back and play it again. I want you two to play it in co-op and then realise that.
No, because I'd have to resubscribe to Game Pass.
Yes. You play it and you go, "Holy shit! This really is just a bunch of levels they didn't use in other games, and some of them don't even work."
Dave.
Yeah.
What else do you?
Yeah, the music was
It's got all those lovely little vignettes, little stories, that kind of thing.
It's got Nathan Fillion in it. It's got half the cast of Firefly. Yeah.
Not a good game. And it didn't even have its own fucking multiplayer. It just gave you Halo 3 multiplayer, didn't it?
Dan said it was coming out. They said next year, but no further details other than next year, right?
Yeah, it's just next year. Yeah, 2026.
I kind of want to make another bet, but it's silly now. Well, I was thinking it's not a bet. Let's just say it because it's not a bet. I was thinking if they do this in 2026, maybe they'll launch the next Xbox with a brand new Halo.
Well, yeah.
I mean, the timing might be right, but.
Just quickly before we move on, have you seen?
That killed the conversation, didn't it? Right.
The White House and ICE using
I know
imagery.
I was about to send this to everybody because it's unbelievably awful.
What is this?
Yeah, I saw this. Yeah,
real bad. Basically, so the White House tweeted a picture of basically Trump in the Master Chief suit.
Oh, it's a different one. There's another one I've got here
with an elite sword.
Yes, holding the sword, and then the ICE tweeted one and it was destroy the flood, which I guess is a horrible reference to immigrants.
Yeah, this was
nice on ICE. Really,
this was from Homeland Security, and it just says finishing this fight, and then it's got destroy the flood on it, and then join ICE.gov. It's just
this
insane.
Now, I should say, we don't officially know if Microsoft had anything to do with this.
There's no way they did. I mean, ICE and the White House doing all sorts of mad shit with. Didn't Trump had a video the other day with him shitting on some stuff using AI? They don't give a fuck. If I was a Microsoft, I'd okay, take that off, cease and desist. I don't know, using our brand and using it in a way. Or actually, Microsoft maybe don't give a shit. I don't know, but I was come on.
They feel powerless to do anything about it.
There is some detail here because Nicola Carpenter, who was a reporter at Polygon, I think before, she said, I asked Microsoft PR about this, specifically the DHS, that's Department of Homeland Security, using Halo IP to recruit for ICE, and the company declined to comment. So they don't want to.
Which might just be we need a minute to get our
to think about this.
You see these kind of things happen all the time where they use a song. I think an MGMT song was used the other day for an ICE or White House post, and they did a copyright thing. So then. The post was gone, or it wasn't gone. It basically said due to copyright, blah blah blah. It's been taken down. But Microsoft should do that. So using our
on copyright
brand, using our stuff, get rid of it.
Do you know what? I don't think they will. I think they'll just ignore it.
It's possible.
That's what they do. Yeah. Next story. is that so this is Shuhei Yoshida. He's been talking about the PS6, and he said that Sony cannot do the same thing they have been doing. And this is all about the visuals. So he said this. He said, PlayStation is the most interesting thing because Moore's Law has matured, so you don't get as much benefit. Graphics have almost hit to the level that even I cannot tell the difference between some of the graphics capabilities, like ray traced or not ray traced, unless it's side by side. And then he said that a handheld would be welcome for people, particularly with like PS4 and PS5 libraries. And this is the point. This is what I was trying to make: is that, like, yeah, in the past they've really gone for these, like, for the visuals and everything, but now maybe they are getting to the stage where, like, it doesn't really matter so much. And actually, what people want is they do want to be able to, you know, take things around or play things, you know, on the TV or whatever.
Like, that's different. Like, you know, I the way I look at that is not that the PS6 will be portable.
No.
The way I look at that is that the PS5's generation should be longer and accessories around the PS5 should be introduced. For example, the Portal. I mean, fucking hell, they don't need to release more hardware. They seem to release about 20 pieces of hardware every year, including some PC speakers that are on the way. You know, if they had a more portable version of the PS5, I get it. If they turn around and say, actually, we're not going for higher end graphics for the PS6, but we're going for a hybrid console, I'm going, well, where's the fucking benefit in that then? Because the money I'm spending is, instead of on a more powerful console, it's a PlayStation version of the Switch. I've already got the Switch. I don't really want my PlayStation games to be... I don't want them to be dictated by them also being portable. Like, I like the fact that I have a console, a home console, that I can sit and use on the big telly, and I know that I'm getting the most out of it.
But this is why there was the rumor that there's going to be like two versions of this, like one that will be a hybrid, like portable, and then one which will be basically the home console more powerful version.
But what would be interesting is how they price that then.
Yeah.
Because what I don't want to do is take a big hit to make it portable and actually it's cheaper. Whereas like the one that I want is like fucking way more expensive. But you know,
that is definitely how they would do it.
And does that end up with another situation like with the Series S and X where devs are rolling their eyes at having to support the S? Because
like the weaker,
very popular but lower powered bit of hardware they've still got to cater to.
Yeah. I think the answer to this is fucking prolong the generation.
Yeah.
They won't, because, you know, they have to hit the big, you know, they have to keep going. And as I said, they'll want to release the PS6 as quick as possible because they'll have guaranteed even bigger market share in the next generation. Like, there's no doubt about that. They'll have an even bigger market share than they already have. I'm just worried about when they jump and at what price point. It's scary, and this sort of chat doesn't interest me. You know, I love my Switch for being portable, but when I'm playing it in handheld mode, there is part of me that's going, when I'm playing in TV mode or whatever, there's part of me going, yeah, this is a weaker console.
Like
my PlayStation, I'm not really interested in taking that about. I've got the Portal for that does the job.
And we've seen recently with, you know, the trailer for the new Resident Evil on Switch 2. Really impressive. I can't say that enough. But still clearly the weakest version of that game. Like, if you've only got a Switch 2, fine. If you've got anything else, you'll play it on that instead.
But if you think, I mean, whatever they release, it's still 2-3 years out at this point.
Yeah.
And whatever handheld that is going to be, or hybrid or whatever, is going to be significantly more powerful than the Switch 2. Like by this point.
Sure,
definitely.
Sure, but not as powerful as a home console would be.
No, but then I really think that Sony probably want to get into the portable market again, because it's clearly massive. You know, and you clearly, like, if you look at how well the Switch has done, they must be thinking we could get in on that. Like,
but then,
you know,
like we were saying, was it last week or the week before? The stuff about, like, so the Steam Deck, widely regarded as a success, gets loads of coverage, has apparently sold roughly 5 million units. That's nothing compared to it's sort of looking like maybe the Switch was an outlier in terms of that real mass market success. Like, I think all the other handheld devices are still relatively niche. So maybe there isn't a huge, like, maybe that's why the PlayStation Portal is such a good halfway house, in that relatively cheap to make,
for sure.
And yes, it's for that niche, and that's fine. But
I
they
think
never intended that to be a mass market thing. Sorry, Matt.
I think if Steam Deck was available everywhere, I think that would be a different story. But the fact it's only available on on Steam. It's like if
Yeah,
it was
true.
in stores on Amazon and you know, I would say game, but whatever. I mean, where's game these days? But like, if it was available anywhere, it'd be a different story, I think. So and it's not like they couldn't. It's just that they've clearly got a plan and they want to learn slowly. Maybe, I don't know. But I reckon Steam Deck 2, when that comes out, that may be more of a mass market thing, and you can get it in Argos and whatever you want. I mean, they may also, there's potential maybe they can do like the external GPU thing for PS6, where it's like you have it handheld, but maybe when you plug in the dock has extra power, extra grunt. I don't know, but it's certainly interesting. I mean, I love the idea of like a hybrid. Sounds great. But I would want it to be powerful. But then I think more people than we think really are happy with good enough. Like, it's great seeing bleeding edge stuff, and that's what a lot of these PlayStation exclusives have done so well and look so good. You know, the likes of Horizon Dawn, and Ghost of Yōtei and whatnot. Like they look stunning, and that's like a big attraction to what PlayStation brings.
It's true,
but then most people are probably happy with good enough. You know.
Yeah,
but they are also few and far between, aren't they? Like, we have not seen, we haven't really seen that many games this generation that have like really been like wow, kind of things, like compared to before. I don't think.
But even within those, so the comment he makes about like diminishing returns on graphics and people not being able to tell the difference. So I've been playing Ghost of Yōtei again, and which is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. The environments in particular. So I didn't realize, I went to the options the other night. I didn't realize. So I had it on quality mode. I didn't realize there's performance mode and then ray tracing mode, which is basically absolute top tier graphics with ray tracing enabled, but at a potentially compromised resolution to keep the frame rate at 30 frames. Fine. So I was like, oh shit, I'll try that. Oh my god, it's going to look even better. I can't see the difference.
Yeah, I just left it on performance mode because it's like, this already looks brilliant. It's fine.
So I'm not saying, obviously that's not every game. I know other games, especially stuff, cities, lots of reflective surfaces and stuff. The ray tracing stuff really shines there. But yeah, certainly in Ghost of Yōtei, I was flicking back and forth between quality and ray tracing mode and just being like, what is it? I can't see it. Like,
you want to see the best? The best is still think the best example of ray tracing I've ever seen is in Spider-Man. When you play that on the PS5 in what is it?
Performance RT.
Performance RT. It is like fucking hell. This is insane. Like at times,
Cyberpunk on PC as well with ray tracing on full.
With path tracing on Cyberpunk looks ridiculous.
Okay. Final story. Starfield is a good game, says the former designer. But then he also said that space is inherently boring. So
disagree on that second one, but okay.
This was the Starfield systems designer Bruce Nesmith.
Space is the least boring thing in my life, I think.
Yeah, space is one of the best things ever.
Yeah. He said it was a good game, and he also said that if it had been made by a different company, then it would have been received differently.
Absolute bollocks.
I think if anything, it got cut a lot of slack because people were like, well, this is what Bethesda games are like. No,
100%.
Everything about this is really old now. Anyway, sorry, go on.
And they also said that procedural generation was the game's biggest problem. He said when the planets start to feel very samey and you don't start to feel the excitement on the planets, that's to me where it falls apart. I was also disappointed when pretty much the only serious enemy you fought were people. There's lots of cool alien creatures, but they're like the wolves in Skyrim. They're just there. They don't contribute. You don't have the variety of serious opponents that are story generators. And it's like, I mean, the thing is with this is it's like, if you're saying that, I mean, space is obviously not inherently boring. It's what you make of it.
Well, yeah, it's like yes, okay, in real life you could say it's inherently boring because it's just a big old nothingness, but you get to choose how to represent it in the game.
Exactly.
Yeah, and look at a smaller game like Outer Wilds, which
100%.
makes a much smaller space really, really fascinating and interesting. So yeah, it is what you do with it. And
if you
there's going to be, sorry, Dave, go on.
If you go into this thinking that the biggest problem with the game is that you couldn't shoot the alien creatures, then you've completely missed the point and why this game was poor. The writing, the complete lack of interest in any of the cities that you created, the characters didn't have anything about it. Like I can't give you a name of a single character from that game. Like there's no one standout character at all. It wasn't a very good game. It felt like a step back from Fallout, and that shouldn't have been the case. Sorry, I cut across you there, Sean.
It's all right. I was just going to say, so like, there's a new Expanse game in the works by Owlcat Studios. From the trailers, looks really fucking good. I'm trying not to get too excited about it.
Yeah.
But the point is, the Expanse, as book and TV series, there's so much thought in that into how space travel works and what a boring pain in the arse it is. That won't be in the game because that won't work in a game. They'll fudge that stuff. So to say, oh, it's Space's fault, and all right. To be fair to this guy, it's probably just an offhand comment he made, and he never expected it to be picked up on like this. But yeah, I just think, yes, the reality of space is one thing, but how you present it in the game is a choice, and you can make it fun. Loads of games do.
It is wild to say that, knowing how many amazing science fiction films and games there have been.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, it was just, I don't know, as you say, probably not misquoted, but probably out of full context and all that sort of stuff. But there was so much wrong with Starfield that trying to defend it at this point, I don't know, really missed the mark.
Yep.
And that's it. That's the end of the news.
The end of the news, which means we get to talk about the games we've been playing this week.
Before we do that, sorry, Dave, your mic's been a bit dodgy. Is it just me who's heard that?
Yeah, I was wondering that. Yeah,
I wasn't
I don't
sure.
know if it's just on the stream. I assume it's not on the recording.
Is it like a
sounds
crackle?
It's crackle, slight roboticness.
So I've been getting that in my earphone. Do you want me to check the audio?
It sounds like it's probably a video thing rather than a recording.
I think it's a video thing. I think there's some sort of conflict with video at the moment.
Okay. I just wanted to bring it up.
Is there a problem with being too close to the router? Since I moved, my MacBook is like right next to
radiation poisoning from
right next. I've always been on Wi-Fi when I record these.
No,
sorry,
think
cut this out.
It's Mac OS.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, maybe it's Mac OS. Just collect. Okay, well, hopefully it doesn't come out of my order.
I mean, anyone who primarily watches the video version is statistically an outlier anyway. So,
oh right, that was not the direction I thought you were going.
Oh right, okay. Yeah. Well, they're just here for the visuals.
No, I thought you were going to call.
I'm going to rip a new one.
I'm sure he was going to say they're valued watchers every week.
Valued watchers. I wish
I
this
couldn't
was
think of
not
what
in
to
the
say.
bit that Carl's cut out because we're gonna have to. We would have called it valued watchers. Right, we ready?
Yeah.
That's it for the news then. So that means that we get to talk about what games we've been playing this week. I want to start with Matt because he's played a demo for an hour. And I want to hear him justify that as his work this week. Go on.
I can do what I want, mate. I've been playing the Séance of Blake Manor because I heard some people talk about it today and it sounded right up my street. Yeah, well, the game's out today, but I thought I'll play a demo and if I like it, I'll buy the full game. That's why demos are so good.
Are you going to do that then?
You're about to find out, David.
Okay.
Yes, I am. So, the Séance of Blake Manor. It's published by Raw Fury, who also did Blueprints, and there's a lot of blueprints to this. But basically, this is a first-person narrative game where you're talking to people, you're investigating items in order to solve a mystery. You go to this house where, you're there to solve a missing persons case, and you're at this house where a big séance is happening. And some people have likened this away to like Obra Dinn and Golden Idol. I love Golden Idol. I really enjoyed Obra Dinn for what I played, but unfortunately I looked at an answer to a question very early on. It kind of fucked up the whole being able to actually find solutions for those games. But I love what it was doing anyway. And yeah, basically, so I played about an hour and a half of this. The progress of the demo does go through to the main game, which is good. But yeah, essentially, you go into this house, and it's got a time mechanic, a little bit like Blueprints, where it starts, or in the demo, it starts off in the evening. But essentially, what happens is you have a clock that starts in the morning. I think it starts 9 a.m. And as you go in the house, you talk to people, you investigate items, you kind of look at letters. That adds like a minute. I think it's a minute to your clock, basically. And it goes from 9 a.m. to midnight, and by midnight you've got to have it all solved. If not, it kind of starts. The game starts again, essentially. So, very Blueprints in that regard. As you're talking to people, you can. There's like a word kind of a word game where you can you can talk to people. You can try and work out their motives based on the clues you've already found. Like, could be a letter, could be something written on the wall, could be a book where you find some information about some of the people at the hotel. You can kind of there's like a memory map. There's a screen a little bit like the computer in Outer Wilds, where it lists all the items you found, all the clues, and also all the people that you're trying to investigate. And you can you can go to a hypothesize section where you're basically trying to work out by using a few select words that you've discovered in the clues what the motive could be, and then you can go to that person. You can confront them and say, I think you'll go do this, or I think that person over there is going to do this. And by doing that, you get to learn more about the backstory, because I think there's like 18 or 19 people in this house. It's kind of a creepy mansion, but everyone's there for this séance kind of conference or whatever it is. It's a séance whereby there isn't a medium, so these people talking directly to the ghosts, which is creepy anyway. But yeah, everyone you're talking to has their own kind of missions, their own kind of their own tasks that they want to do, so you can like help them, and by doing that you get more clues into the backstory. Ultimately you're there to try and find this missing girl, but then there's like a larger mystery of, I think it's like it might require occultish or folklore, and I think the hotel might be built on like holy ground or something. Anyway, I've only played an hour, so there's still lots of mystery to work out, but yeah, like I've had some bugs in this demo, but I believe they're saying on Blue Sky that they've already kind of they're doing a patch in order to fix some of these. I'm playing on a PlayStation controller on Steam. This is PC only, by the way, so far. I'm playing on PC, PS5 controller, and you can press a button. Sometimes it will show like the Xbox like button prompts, then PC button prompts, then PlayStation button prompts. So I'm sure very, very simple things to
Apparently that stuff
fix.
is a pain in the arse. Like
okay.
Is it detecting what controller it is?
Yeah. Because a lot of games do it really well, but I can't remember who it was now. I remember seeing a dev on Blue Sky just being like, by the way, really fucking hard to get that right, apparently. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Matt, stop moaning, Matt.
So Matt, do any of those fuckers like
ever
like blast out of the wall and like sorry
and do a massive cum shot?
exactly.
Not yet. But although I did have an early jump scare, which is something I wasn't expecting in this game. So it again very similar to Blueprints. You're in this kind of open lobby, although this is a hotel. And I went to this room to talk to someone. I came out and there's like this like red kind of ghost. I think I was like, fucking hell, I didn't expect that. And this game does have kind of very creepy vibes, creepy music.
It's interesting. The ghosts.
It is interesting. You're going to keep crying out.
I'm sorry,
I got a big laugh for the first one. Don't.
I know, but I could decide which one to go for first.
Do you want to do a third one now, James? Get out your system.
No, I'm alright. Cool.
Was that one show? Yeah, anyway, but yeah.
Was there the job? This is all reference to a comedy show, people. If you're listening.
But yeah, just like Outer Wilds, everything is on kind of like a set time. So if you go into like basically conversations and things are happening at certain times at certain places, so it's your job to kind of ultimately learn what I think basically what would be the perfect route from like 9 a.m. to midnight to make sure you hear everything, to learn everything, to solve the puzzle. Again, I'm only like an hour in, so I'm sure there's stuff that carries over from day to day, a little bit like Outer Wilds does, but the fact that you can be one half of one part of the hotel and actually other things are happening elsewhere, so it's your job ultimately to learn what's happening where to get this mystery solved. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm definitely gonna get the full game. It's PC only, so I'm actually finally using my PC. And
I was about to say, if you are like if you are now playing PC games, Matt, PC game, please try that Recoin. Because I've seen a fair bit of that on my TikTok this week, and it looks like it would end my life. I checked back. It was August. I put it in the group, and I said to like Sean, "Are you because there's like a Recoin like alpha or something?" I was like, "Are you gonna get it?" And we both signed up and downloaded it and didn't play it. But yeah, Recoin is like it's a game where basically it's like those coin machines you get at arcades. But
yeah,
you get
it did look
upgrades
good
by getting certain coins down in them and stuff. Oh my god, it looks disgustingly addictive to me. Like I look at it and I go, that's please come out on the Switch because I don't think I'll need another game.
Yeah.
So you big PC gamer now, Matt? Are you?
Yeah. Tell me about playing PC games now, baby. But no, the Séance of Blake Manor, excellent.
No.
I don't know nothing confirmed about console release, but I'm enjoying it. I'll definitely get the full game and maybe a little bit more next week.
No, it does sound really good. I'm interested.
Hell yeah.
You sounded, can I just say, the end sentence there, Matt, you sounded like a football player being interviewed after a match. I'll definitely get that game and we'll see where it goes, and I'm going to be ordering that next week.
Next week. And,
we'll see, yeah. We'll have a look.
Fair play to the gaffer.
Thanks, Matt. Okay, goodbye. James, you've been playing a game that I've been very interested in, a brand new release, Dispatch. I want to hear all about Dispatch because, my word, I've seen a lot of footage of this game recently and it looks fucking incredible.
Yeah.
So I'm interested to hear if it plays just as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, visually it does. I mean, it's so this is made by it's Ad Hoc Studio and it's people who worked at Telltale previously, and they've been working on this, and it's coming out like episodically. So the first 2 episodes are out right now, and I think the next 2 are out they'll be out on Wednesday actually, the day this podcast comes out, so they'll be ready. And then they're coming out like 2 a week until the 12th of November, and it's basically like a cartoon where you follow a guy who's got this massive like robot suit, and he was acting as a superhero, and then what happens is his father and his grandfather previously were this hero. They've been doing this, but then something happens in the first episode, and it all goes a bit wrong, and he's no longer able to like act as a superhero. And it's based in this world, which is a bit like The Boys, the TV show, where it's like, basically there are like sort of superhumans and stuff like that, and in this there are heroes, and there's also like villains as well that are all sort of like sort of enhanced people, as it were. But the guy that you're playing at isn't one of those. His name is Robert Robertson, which is a brilliant name, and he's voiced by Aaron Paul. And
nice.
What basically happens, as I said, is it all goes to pieces, and then he gets picked up by this company who employ heroes to then like sort of fix people's problems. Like when there's like stuff like like a police chase or something like that, you then they then get involved with that. And what happens is you end up working as you work for Dispatch. And this is the second part of the game. So the first part of the game is mostly like sort of, it's the usual Telltale thing where you have like this story playing out, but then you make choices at various moments which then affect the path of the game. It even has that whole like this person's going to remember this thing like sort of built into it. But the second part of the game, which I was not aware of, because I thought it was just going to be entirely just sort of like the cartoon style thing and then choosing choices. But the second part is where you actually work Dispatch, where you have like a screen, and then you have like this list of like heroes that are working for you, and they've all got like different abilities and different sort of sort of perks and all that kind of stuff, and you have to select who's best for each mission, and then you like sort of click on that person, then assign them to a mission, they go off and they do it, then you get like a rating as to whether you like whether you made like a good match or not. But the whole thing is that when you're having like the dialogue sessions that are in between the Dispatch stuff, the conversations you have with these people as part of the story, this can impact the relationship that you have with them when you're doing Dispatch, and like who is best maybe to be sent like on missions and stuff like that. So, and also like the events that happen in the missions appear to impact the dialogue options that you get later on as well, which is quite interesting. And so, I mean, the trouble is it's difficult to talk about this in terms of the story, because I don't want to spoil anything from this, because the setup from the first 2 episodes have been quite interesting. The tone of the whole thing really is like The Boys, in the sense that it's lots of swearing, tons of sex jokes and stuff like that all the time. Some of it works, some of it's a bit like cringe, like I would say. But for the most part, I think it generally works like in universe. But I mean, the first 2 episodes set up where it's going, but the hook so far, it hasn't hooked me yet in terms of the story. Like, it's interesting, but it hasn't made me feel like this is going to go somewhere really, really interesting. It's like, it kind of feels like, where it's going. But it looks incredible. Like, it really does.
How much do you get to actually control during those bits? Because the one criticism that I've heard is that you do stuff, then you put the pad down for like ages, and then you pick up on it.
Not really, because this is one of the other good things about it, because when it starts up, you have a choice as to whether you want to play it in like cinematic mode or interactive mode. Okay. So if you play it in cinematic mode, I think it's just like the choices you get to make. But in interactive mode, there's also button prompts as well at certain points. So you can like, when at the beginning there's like a massive battle that happens, and you have to like do the usual like QTE thing of like hitting the buttons at the right time.
But if you fuck a QTE up, what does it affect the cutscene?
I'm not sure, because I didn't fuck any of them up. And so I don't know if it. I don't know how much it changed it.
I don't believe that, because I've watched you play Heavy Rain. All right?
Yeah, but this is a good game, David.
So it's like, you're saying there's no doors at all in the game?
So far, there's been no doors, and but no, you get like a rating like at the end of like and also it does the usual thing similar to the Telltale games, also the Life is Strange ones, where you get like a breakdown of like the answers you've given compared with everyone else that's played the game.
I like that.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
Also, like what percentile you are in terms of like how accurate you were when you were doing like the interactive stuff as well is like the other thing.
All right, well, I assume you were posting those for proof on Blue Sky.
Yeah, sure, I can do that. I was in the 90%. At the top. I was doing pretty well. Yeah,
probably you'd be at 100% if you didn't get a
single
thing.
Okay, maybe 1 or 2 button prompts.
Okay.
But
enough. So when we found out that he has receipts,
I was going to say
enough so there wasn't any failures. You can mess up. One button.
Okay, well, still have to see the.
Not what you said though about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah,
3 minutes ago said that you didn't fuck any of them up.
Fuck off. Anyway,
you're a lawyer.
But no, it's really interesting, and I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes, because as I said, they set up some reasonably interesting hooks. It's just that I don't know. It's just it doesn't. I'm not sure where they're going with this. Is the thing, and but it's
but is it not sure where they're going with this? In a potentially very good way, or is it not sure we're going with this in the Bloom and Rage way?
Probably the first in that case. It's not going like that. I mean, one of the best things at the start is you do like a press conference after something's happened, and the questions they're asking you pretty horrible, like because there's been like a disaster basically, and the options they give you for like how to deal with the reporters and stuff are really good. Like they're really interesting, and it's like one of them is I'll just spoil this, but one of them is just like walk off stage, and you can if you want to, and that's what I did. I was like, I'm not doing this, and I just walked off the stage.
You're shying away from work. Fucking hell. Sound like you, James.
But then you get all like the newspaper headlines that come out and say like stuff like this guy's no hero and all this kind of stuff. He just abandoned everyone. It's but it's good. It's interesting.
Abandoned everyone. Yeah. For a long period of time. Okay. I mean, I don't know if I'm any closer to getting it.
Yeah. How much is it for the full season?
It's £28. It was. It's on PS5 and PC. Yeah. So.
But I do love the way it looks, and I do love the story that it seems to be telling. So maybe this is something that I'd get on board with. There's just so much to play out there. We've been so selective recently with what we're playing because, and then when I get onto what I've been playing, fuck me, I don't even want to. I can't even explain it. Can't even explain it this time.
But I think with this, it was like I really wanted to play this because I always just want to support games like this. I always want to play them and
buy them. Just a cool guy that wants to support the industry.
No, because there's not
actually made a charitable donation to the
Yeah. If anything, we should be thanking him for buying the game. No, that's cool, man. I've got so much respect for people that play video games like you. They're sitting there going, do you know what? We were going to quit, but have you seen James Farley's bought it? Fucking carry on. On, brother.
You go and buy more Life is Strange. Go on. And play that.
I know what James means because it was starting to look like we weren't going to get any more stuff like this, right?
Exactly. And it's like it's really nice that there's still people making narrative games and not.
That will always be the case. I promise you. There is a big enough audience that wants to experience a narrative that they have some sort of influence over. And be it moral choice games or games where you make decisions that have big impacts on the plot. Everyone wants that. Not everyone. There's a big portion of the audience that want that.
Well, there wasn't big enough one for Telltale, was there?
No, no, but there was at the start. and they went wrong, and someone else picked up the baton, and then they went wrong. So it's if you could find some sort of consistency with it, if you can capture the imagination, I think there's an audience for that. And Life is Strange, the first season proved that. Walking Dead, the first season proved that. And someone needs to find a way of keeping
As
that
Dusk
going.
Falls proves that.
I think so to an extent. I don't know how well that did in comparison to those two games, but Walking Dead season 1 and Life is Strange season 1 were commercial successes. So I genuinely think there's room for games like this. It's just you have to get it right, and they did the first Ring right, where I look at it and go, "Holy shit, this looks like no other game I've played," and that's really interesting.
It's got a great cast as well. Like Jeffrey Wright's in it. Obviously, you mentioned Aaron Paul. People from the games in place like Alana Pierce, and it's at least that's good as well.
Cool.
As Dusk Falls is an interesting one, isn't it? Because it came out at that time where, like, obviously it was really good. We loved it, and critically broadly did really well. But it was also at that time where we were all really high on Game Pass, and stuff that was on Game Pass was being really well funded to be on Game Pass. So we may never know whether or not that game would have succeeded without it or what. I really hope the devs are doing something similar.
What was that other one that also came out on Game Pass around that time? The one that was set in London. Do you remember, David? It was also like a narrative.
Oh my god! What was that called?
That's
I really loved it.
Yeah, you named it as Game of the Year.
Was absolutely insane. Last Call, was it? It's called Last Call.
Yeah, you wanted me to play
Last Stop.
Last Stop. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah. Did you play it, Matt?
No. You said you wanted me to play it. And
I did because I just want to see. There's a whole storyline with a game dev, and not that look, there's at no point am I thinking this is real. This is close to reality. But it did really fucking make me laugh. What was going on in that dev studio? It was a Freaky Friday situation, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, cool.
And it's just so stupid. I like Last Stop, but that last fucking episode was so bad.
Where it just makes no sense.
It really I think it made me love it more. The fact that it was so stupid.
That's right. It was by the lot that did Virginia, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's
right.
I
like that.
No. I rated it, man. It had some good moments. But like I think you're totally right though, Sean. I don't think I would have played As Dusk Falls if it wasn't on Game Pass because you looked at it visually and thought, this looks a bit.
I know, but it looked really striking, like visually.
Yeah, but it also didn't look like an actual game you played because it had no fluid animation. It was screenshots, animated stills that were sort of. I
think it worked, but I think it's probably fair to say it gave the devs a lot of leeway in terms of probably budget and to be able to do the branching story stuff.
Yep.
If you're not committed to photorealism at 60 frames a second, then yes, you can do a lot more. I think that's fine. I think you can make that trade-off.
Yeah, I think it worked.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I fucking loved it. Like, I'm not putting the game down. I'm just saying is that the perception of playing these games, you've got to be really interested in it to sort of download one. But yeah, no, there's a chance for games to be successful in this genre. It's just we've had a couple of major fall-offs with certain series, What else have you been playing, James?
So I've also finished Ghost of Yōtei.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, in the sense I've finished the main story over the weekend, and I mean it's an enormous game, isn't it? Like, let's be honest,
it's absolutely absurd. So
there's so much.
I've also seen credits and been back to do more because I've got a problem. I need to stop playing it. I know I said last week I've been having too many late nights on it. That has continued, and I need to just uninstall it. I think
it's because of the loop, isn't it? It's because of the fact that because I've also gone back like straight away, to continue doing stuff. Because I mean, I'm thinking I might even try and get the platinum for this because it's so fun. Like just to get around in the world, the exploration and just the combat, the whole thing, and it's because the missions and the stuff that you're trying to do, it's so like. The amount of time each one takes, I've said this before, but it's kind of perfect because it's like you finish one and they're just short enough that you're like, I could do another one now. And then
that's it, isn't it? Yeah, it's not just it's not the length of the one you just did. It's the knowing that the next one is also probably not a huge commitment either. So it's fine to just it's
just
like
keep
constant
going.
sort of one more go thing. Yeah.
And that's how it ends up. Like, I mean, I've had the same thing where it's like I've been playing all night, because it's and because also the family aren't here, so that's been really helpful. But yeah,
Go on, sorry.
I mean, the other thing is, I mean, I thought the story actually. I mean, I said before that I wasn't that impressed, when I started playing it, and I'm going to completely go back on that because by the end of this, I thought it was fantastic. And there was characters that I really cared about by the end, which was nice. And there was a bit. I mean, I said to Sean, there's a bit that happens, and I was just like, no, I can't. That's just that's. I mean, it's
which for those of you that don't know, James is about as emotional as he gets.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to clarify, you went no.
I did. I went,
bloody hell!
I
don't think I'm in the. Dave, I don't know about you. I'm not in the mood for a weepy game, and this for me sounds too much right now. I'm not.
I mean, I said it. I was just like looked down. I went no.
Oh god.
It was really sad, but yeah. But then, I mean, the other thing that I was talking to Sean about that I really liked about this was the way that they handle like firearms, like guns in this is brilliant. And the reason is because like generally like through most of the game, maybe 2/3 of the game, it's mostly swords, bows and arrows, that kind of stuff. But then when you finally get like your hands on like actual guns, they're ridiculously overpowered, but also like massively slow, like reload and everything, and they're really expensive. And it's like I don't know. I just love the way that they've done this because it's like they're there in the world. You can use them, but there is a very good reason why they're not like everywhere and that you can't because they're expensive. And
so simultaneously there are really good reasons to use them and also not to bother if you're that way inclined. And the game doesn't force you either way. It's just an option. It's like I was saying the other week about it just being this ever expanding toolkit.
Yeah.
And yes, if you have sort of perfect command over it, it's incredible. But you're also kind of free to gloss over certain bits of it if you want. It's funny because there's definitely stuff in it that like once upon a time I'd have got really sniffy about, like the fact that like when you're doing like one of the platforming sections and it'll be like, oh man, how am I going to get across this valley or whatever, and it's like, well, you're going to do it via this series of perfectly placed platforms and swinging points and
but it's really nice to do.
It's quite fun to do, even though it's clearly just set out for you and you just and then, like that stuff used to really annoy me, whereas now I'm like it's going for a specific feel and that's fine.
Because I think the thing with that is it's like like you everywhere that you're climbing about, because you do a fair bit of climbing in this game, but it's always very, very obvious where you've got to go. And I guess you could argue this is ridiculous. You could say, well, she knows the environment really well. She's lived there her whole life.
There's definitely an element of like, oh, we'll just put a cutscene in where she climbs for 5 minutes as a child, and then that establishes that she's a fucking master climber, and that's fine.
But it's also just nice. Like it's just nice knowing what. This is the thing. Like with this game, you always kind of know what to do, and I quite like that this time round. But it does it in a way that is not like it's not like in like in Keeper, Dave, like we played last week, where it's like it kept flashing up with that sort of like you need to do this or whatever all the time. It's not like that. It's just like it's just obvious what you need to do, and there's no friction.
I don't mind that. I like friction. I think we've spoken about it before, but the older you get, the less friction you want in your games. Do you know what I mean? It's
I think that friction is fine if that is the point, like baby steps, right?
Yeah.
Right, sure.
That's the whole thing. Yeah. Fine. But when it's, this is a cinematic action game where you play as a cool samurai. Yeah, I don't want to get hung up on the climbing, thanks.
I just want to do cool
It reminds
stuff.
me of what I actually liked about, what do you call it, Star Wars Outlaws, is that, it wasn't the best game of all time. Sorry, Matt, it wasn't.
No, I know that all too well.
But like it really felt like, I know people had struggled with the stealth at the start, and I think it was quite difficult at the start. Once you got going in the game, it was like, oh no, the stealth is like really easy to just get out of and fine. You know what I mean? Like I'm kind of happy with that. I don't go into this game going, I really want to fucking make it really difficult for me to get from here to there. So like that's good to hear. This is a game that I'm interested in. The one thing that's putting me off is the length. You guys talk about how long it is.
Yeah, I mean, if you mainline it, you could mainline it, and it's not. It wouldn't. It's about 20 hours,
like 20, 25 hours.
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't think you'll want to mainline it.
Yeah,
it does a really good job of preventing you from you could mainline it, but you will see so much stuff you will be interested in.
Yeah, because just riding your horse across like these massive like plains, you're just like, oh, that looks really interesting over there. We're gonna go look at that.
As Will said, that's one thing I think it does really well compared to the first game, because the first game, even though it was open world, but it forever felt like you were moving between these like visually stunning areas with different, like very different feels between the different types of landscapes and stuff. But you never got a sense of where anything was in relation to anything else without looking at the map. You couldn't just look around and be like, oh yeah, I was there 10 minutes ago and I've traveled all this way. This game, you can do that. I think it does it by splitting the world into more sort of discrete regions, and I think that's fine. But there's a much better sense of like I say, looking out over a certain distance and being able to see where things are. And in fact, that's often how you can navigate, because any settlement will have like a plume of smoke coming out of it or whatever.
That's one of the key things they did in like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Like they wanted landmarks in order for you to be able to navigate yourself without having to look at a map.
Yeah, whereas the first game you'd be like, well, no, I'm in like a cool forest now, and I know I was in a field a minute ago, but I couldn't really tell you where that was. I don't, it's sort of very sort of patchwork. Whereas this feels a bit more coherent in that sense. One thing I want to give a shout out as well to the Ainu stuff. I know James and I talked about this briefly. So I think I mentioned before when they first announced the game. So the game's set in what we now know as Hokkaido, the northernmost island of Japan. And it wasn't always part of Japan. It used to be inhabited by the natives called the Ainu, and Japan colonized the shit out of it. This game doesn't really address that particularly well. Like everyone just sort of gets on with the Ainu and it's fine. It's like, no, I don't know enough about the history. But the Ainu were more or less erased one way or the other over time. But in this, you meet Ainu as you're traveling around, and there's an Ainu village. Or there's a few I think dotted around. There's one sort of quite significant one.
And there's artifacts as well.
Yeah, there's the artifacts you find.
Yeah.
So basically, it's very respectful. Well, as far as I can tell, very respectful in the way it depicts them. And there's some really nice quests around the Ainu village, and it's sort of. I think it's quite nice that it doesn't go like full like Dances with Wolves. It's not like, hey man, your character just sort of gets it and basically becomes one of them. It's like she's obviously a friend to the Ainu, and learns a lot about them, but she's still off on a mad quest for revenge. It's not like a total sort of personality shift. I think that's quite nicely done.
See, I read also with that they did with the language stuff. They tried to like bring that into it as well, in terms of like the way they speak is apparently different to everyone else and sort of that. It's, they as I said, they were trying to be like really respectful of the
and I think for a lot of people it will be a genuine education, because it's not a history that a lot of people know about, I don't think. So I thought that was really nice.
But yeah, it's excellent and it looks amazing. It really does. There's so many bits where I just you enter like a new location, you're like, okay, wow, that just looks incredible. Yeah, it's very good.
James, should I play this or Death Stranding 2?
This, I think.
I think you'll probably. I haven't played this. I haven't played this, but I'm very sure you'll get on with this more than Death Stranding.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy this. Whereas I don't think you'll enjoy Death Stranding 2 as much.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to play Death Stranding 2.
Yeah, go on.
Piss you off.
Do it.
Your time you're wasting.
You don't have to touch the buttons.
Yeah.
Anything else, James?
I've also been playing Absolum after Sean recommended it last week, and I'm enjoying it a lot. The only thing about it is the setting leaves me cold.
The thing is, I don't think that's because I know you don't really get on with fantasy stuff. I'm not really getting anything from the setting either. I feel like the way it sets up the story is like, oh yeah, there were all these like wizards and witches, and then they caused this really bad cataclysm. So then this guy, this general or whatever his name, I haven't remembered any of the fucking names. No. Sort of cracked down on it and is now this really awful sort of authoritarian leader. And it's like, yeah, but you just admitted you did something really bad, and I'm not saying that justifies this response, but I'm just like, so am I supposed to be supporting the witches or I don't know. And sort of as you're playing this, the first island in particular, there's I mentioned there's different routes you can take. And you'll end up fighting different enemies and stuff. And some of them are just animals, but then other souls there's like, there's this goblin encampment, and they sort of but you fight them on the way in, but then when you reach the village, they're like, oh no, we have to be
Yeah, like
nice to you.
we're cool now.
Yeah. And then similarly, you go to this town and they're just like, oh no, it's witches, we need to kill them. But then there are bits where the humans are your friends, and maybe I'm just not paying enough attention, but I don't understand any of it. I just
No, I don't think it really matters
No.
very much because they've got a very cool the way the upgrade structure, the way the whole thing works. It's so like Hades, isn't it? Basically, and probably a million other games. But it works very very well, and it's just. I said to Sean, I feel like this game could be my Hades in the sense of I really enjoyed Hades a lot, but this. Like the gameplay for this, I enjoy more in the sense because I love scrolling beat 'em ups, and it feels so meaty and just like I love the punching and the whole thing, and it's great. If this was Streets of Rage, and it had this kind of like upgrade mechanics and stuff like that, this would be like one of my favorite games of all time, probably.
Yeah, we go.
It's just unfortunately, the setting is a little bit off-putting, but it's still.
Could I just remind you of what I said last week?
Go on.
About when we started talking about this game, and I went, James would be, well, it's not Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
That's exactly what
Because
has happened.
it's one of the greatest games of all time, David. That's why.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In your opinion.
No, it absolutely is. Streets of Rage 2
Simpsons
in
arcade
particular-
game was a better beat 'em up.
Absolutely
I
not.
reckon.
You're
Also TMNT,
insane. It really was not.
I will say-
actually,
versus
I
Hades.
think you found it wasn't.
I'm not I'm really enjoying Absolum, but I'm not getting anywhere near as much from the RPG side of things. As like with Hades, I felt like every ability I got, I was like, oh, brilliant! Like I can pick this ability and that'll synergize with this, or that'll be really cool. With this, usually when I'm picking an ability, I'm like, I don't know.
At the moment, I'm just like, which one looks cool?
Yeah,
I'm going to give that a try.
I'm not really any strong feelings either way.
Engaged in maybe enough with that. I mean, I got one that was really good where it was like repeatedly upgrading like the fire punch like stuff. So that by the time I got to one, it was incredibly powerful and ridiculous, which was really cool. But I think it's a case of unlocking more characters because you only get two to begin with. I've unlocked one other so far, and then there's like a whole skill tree as well that you can unlock. But it's really good. I'm looking forward to Asher coming home so I can play it with him because I think
Isaac and I have been playing it together. It's been really good fun. So,
But yeah, it's good.
cool. Only other games to talk about. We briefly spoke about Ball Pit. I'm still playing it non-stop. Every time I get a chance, I'm loving it. It's just so much fun when everything kicks off. Like when you start evolving to these ridiculous balls that you can chuck at these enemies, and I think it's such a fucking good game. I'm still struggling with the village stuff, the building a village and crafting and all that sort of shit. It's not taking away from the game. It's just constantly saying to me, you're kind of doing this wrong and you're not really paying attention to what all the houses do.
And it does feed into stuff in the main game as well.
Yeah, I need to just talk to you at some point, Sean, and show you what I've done. Will it? I don't know if it will, mate. You're the only one that ever thinks that. Apparently there's a Switch 2 update. Scientologist pointed out in the chat. I'm not clear of what that does yet. I didn't even know it was coming.
I think it's just 4K on the telly, is it? I assume.
Oh, is it? Okay, cool. I will continue to play that game. It is brilliant. I really love just smashing a bit of it on the weekends while the kids are watching whatever they're watching. A couple of American dudes shouting 6-7 over and over again on my television while I've got Ball Pit on. So that has been my relaxation game. But right, there is another game that I've been playing this week. And it is a game that I promised myself I wouldn't play because there's so much out at the moment. And why would I? And also, it's PowerWash Simulator 2. And a PowerWash Simulator was my game when there was nothing else to play and there was some DLC. I was like, wicked. I'm going to spend the next 6-7 hours of my gaming life cleaning levels in PowerWash Sim.
Was that a gag, Dave?
Oh, no, it wasn't actually, but the kids were going mental somewhere. I'll just smash this. And it's been great. But I've got no time at the moment. Like, I've got no time. It's really hard to find time for video games at the moment. I've got this little league team that I'm running again. I've got work's insane. I've got I recently had this Ian Lee stuff and the live show and all that sort of stuff. So much to do. Tons of amazing games coming out. And all it took was John Denton to message me saying, "You played PowerWash Sim 2 yet?" And I'm like, "I'll download it then." Right.
Which did your army? Did
So, strap in. Soap is good now. So, soap is finally good in PowerWash Sim. I'm gonna let you know, James, that in the last game you had different types of soap for different types of surfaces.
Yeah.
You had multi-cleaner soap. You had metal soap. You had concrete soap. That's all fine, right? And what that would do is that would give you a large area to spray with soap, and that would clean that area, which is cool. But it was also a bit patchy, so you didn't want to use it all the time. And also, you had to pay for the soap, and there wasn't much of it. You had to keep refilling it as you were doing it. They've got rid of that idea, James. You no longer have to pay for soap. No, you get soap for free. But soap works in a different way, James. It's not limited to what surface you're spraying it on. What it is, you spray the soap over it, and it doesn't actually clean. It doesn't clean. What it does is it sticks to the heavy stained areas that are really tough to get off with your regular power washer, and it turns them sort of white. And from there, you can use any power wash nozzle to get that off. To get those deep stains, James, come right off. They come right off. So basically, soap's really good now. When you get into an area where there's a load of rust or loads of marks on the window or whatever, I use soap. I hate myself for saying this shit.
I mean, that's crazy they've done that. People must scream in the community.
Mate,
what a change.
And it's unlimited as well, you're saying, David, now.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
They said that couldn't be done, right, James? Like,
yeah.
Right, you're taking the piss out of me now. I was fucking buzzing, boys. I was fucking buzzing when I saw that. I was like, oh my God, I could use soap.
I'm spraying everywhere right now.
They've added, Sean, they've added one of those dome patio washer attachments.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that spins around.
More excitement, Sean.
Big dome thing. Makes cleaning floors so much easier, mate. Makes cleaning floors cleaning floors brilliant. Yeah, you'll love this. Low prices. Let's see if we can get this down to. It's down to $4.99. Give us a call. We will sell you this.
We have gone into a QVC suddenly. Price drop TV.
I'll tell you one thing that I don't like about it. Holy shit! If you're listening, if the devs are listening to this, please let me adjust my dead zone, because I did not realise how much stick drift I was getting on my I've got an Elite.
Is that not something you can do in the actual controller settings on the dash?
No.
Oh, I thought that whole point. I thought you could adjust all sorts on the.
No,
Elite.
you can recalibrate it, but if you've got stick drift, doesn't matter. I don't notice it in most games, because most games have like a big enough dead zone for it not to be an issue. I notice it in the map in Battlefield. When I play Battlefield, all of a sudden my cursor starts like flying off into.
No, because I think that has to be a bug, because as soon as you start a game, mine goes to the top left-hand corner.
Sure, check to see if your sticks are working, because they're probably not. I reckon they're probably not, mate.
I've never felt that in any other game though.
But what have I just said?
Yeah, but you're saying in Battlefield, my stick goes all the way to the top left within a second of like joining the game, and not every other game is fine.
Yeah, but there were other times where you're moving it and it will sort of slowly move. Cursor will move on that, and go to. There's enough settings on the controller accessories thing on the Xbox, and it will show you like if you move your stick about without actually moving it. If you just sort of touch it, you can see exactly where it's moving, and it's really frustrating once you know it's there. Even though most games you don't even you don't even pick up on it, whereas on PowerWash Simulator it is insanely obvious, because your dude's just like walking about and you're not pressing anything. So I'm this close to ordering. This is the problem with playing with an Elite controller. I've used it for 3 years now, I think 2.5 years, and I've loved it. And when I was like, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use one of the boys' standard controllers, which are good. But once you use an elite controller, you're like, I don't know, fuck.
Well, because of the paddles on the back, or
no, the paddles on the. You really focus on the paddles.
well,
on the
that's
back,
the only thing I can't know
that.
you can change.
No,
Or
it's just the sticks are just so much better. Like it feels so much nicer in the hand. The sticks are really smooth. It feels less like plasticky. It just feels like premium. It is not worth £60 more. Like it's not worth that. But once you've used one for 3 years, going back to a standard controller is really hard to do, and that's the predicament I'm in. It's like what I'm saying. Like with the
170 quid those are bloody hell.
No,
for the
they're not.
Elite
No. You get a core one for.
Oh, yeah, core one. Okay.
£99 on Amazon at the moment, and that's what I'm teetering over at the moment. Whether I do that or just buy a £40 standard controller, because
Mate, the 8-bit dough rare one is fucking great.
I
It's
know,
really
but
nice.
the fucking elite one is. It's
No,
as I said,
maybe it's not as good as the elite, but it's like 60 quid, and it's got Hall effect sticks, so they're not going to die.
Right. It's as I was saying, it's like playing the Nintendo OLED, getting the OLED, and you think I'm used to this in 5 seconds, and then you pick up an old Switch and go, why did I do this to myself? I didn't need to do this to myself, and it feels like I'm just punishing myself. I got used to the good life, Sean, and I don't want to go back to the old ways.
I have still not configured my my Pro Controller Switch to Pro Controller with the paddles. I still have not even used them.
I've got a few controllers with paddles on, and I don't know what I would use them for.
See,
Because
biggest
games
problem
are built assuming you don't have them. So
that's the
Yeah.
thing, because like with the Switch 2, I've always felt like that in particular, because it's like I don't want to get used to playing a game using them, and then if I play it, undocked
in handheld mode.
Yeah, it's like,
oh,
where they got-
paddles anymore.
yeah, it's like-
it's a little bit different for the Xbox because
yeah, it's always there.
it will always be there. So
Or will
yeah,
it?
I don't know. I'll
Or will
see.
it?
I'll see. Look, I am 4 missions into PowerWash Simulator. It's fucking brilliant, as it always is. There's a little bit more sort of interactivity with the world around you. There's a home base with cats in it that you can.
A home
pet.
base?
Yeah, that first thing I thought of, Matt. I
Yeah.
thought there was going to be a garden centre out there with a spotty teenager carrying a fence
That don't
panel.
exist anymore, does it? Is it still exist? Home base?
I don't know, mate. I used to work for them, didn't I? Head office boy.
I don't think so.
Don't you worry about that.
You don't see him as
Up in
often.
the old MK, yeah. Good times. Didn't last down there.
Okay.
Look,
You all right?
if you like, yeah, I'm just having flashbacks. Okay. If you like PowerWash Simulator, you will love PowerWash Simulator 2. And I love PowerWash Simulator 2. Someone said, I saw someone on Rollmap say, like, I'm on mission 35, and I'm like, oh god. I love the fact that I'm just going, goes to Yōtei. That's gonna be my Christmas game. It won't be. I'll be cleaning a fucking aquarium or something.
Yeah, I never got into the first one. I mean, I played a bit, but I didn't give it enough time to properly get into it.
It's just really cathartic. You stick
I
your
do love
headphones in.
cleaning and that kind of stuff as well, so I probably would like it.
You put your headphones in and you listen to a podcast or some music, and then you just drift away. I remember cleaning a boat in PowerWash Simulator 1 and just watching, like, having loads of what is it? Justin Hawkins Rides With You videos on?
Yeah, Rides Again, yeah. Well, yeah.
Rides Again, that's
Rides
it.
Again,
Just
yeah.
Rides With You.
Just YouTube videos where it's like a side view in a car and he's
Yeah.
just there driving.
Yeah.
Like, "All right,
Yeah.
mate, how's it going?"
It's a green screen
Don't let it
boat.
go too close. It's trying to steal my decals. And that's how I fell in love with Black Midi. It's weird period of my life playing that game. I'm about to do it all over again.
I don't think I can ever play a game listen to anything that's not the soundtrack, because the one time I did do it was Phoenix Wright, and because I thought,
Yeah,
oh,
but that was-
I'll give this a go, because people talk about playing games and listen to other things. Well, I'll give it a go, and I got ripped for that. So I
No,
never
but
done it
that
since.
was a
There's dialogue
mental
as well.
one though.
Yeah, that was ridiculous, man.
I don't know what I was really
One of the
listening
nice
to.
things about, like, so Hades, I Hades 2 rather, I broadly cared about the story. Absolum, not so much. But I can fucking put a podcast on while I'm playing Absolum and just
every now and then you
100%.
need a game like that. And this is one of also a game that I can play in front of the kids. It's not a problem. Charlie started playing it. Holy shit! Trying to get his profile on my Xbox has been one of the most infuriating experiences of my life. I don't know if there's a problem or if there was a problem. It felt like there was an error, but it took me 2 hours. So he's got a Microsoft account. He didn't have an Xbox account, right? Set that all up. He's all on my Xbox family. I go into the settings, go to add him, and it's like, sign in. Do this QR code. So I do that, and it says, right, now put this code into this website. So you start to write the code. It goes, whoa, you took too long. Here's another code. So you back out of that, you do that, and then on the fucking web browser, it goes, we're going to send you an email, and type that code into here. And I'm like, okay, fine. I do that. It says, you're all set. And I look up. No, it doesn't do anything. So I did this. It took me 2 hours until it finally worked, right? I was about to smash my fucking telly up. It worked. He had his profile. He played PowerWash Simulator 2. He loved it. I thought, that's my boy. Then later that evening, late that day, he said, can I play some more PowerWash Simulator? I was like, and I cried and said, yes, you can, mate. Yes, you can. And he went to log in and it said, sign in with this QR code. And I was like, I can't do it. So I tried again for the next like hour or so, and I was like, you can't play PowerWash. He went, maybe I can play on your profile then. I went, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Maybe it's because like Microsoft servers are having troubles or something at the moment, because that has
I guess
been
that's what
happening
the problem
recently.
was, because it was honestly, you know, when you get these problems. The last time I remember it was when I was trying to get some. Harry got like a store-bought card for Fortnite points or whatever it is. What they called it? V-Bucks.
V-Bucks.
Sorry, Sean. I thought you were a big. I forgot you were a
Stop
big,
getting Fortnite wrong, Dave.
yeah. And the fact that he had 3 different profiles and we couldn't work out which one was the right one to put the codes into. And then when we did, they were like, no, the email's different. And oh my God, I nearly put my fist through the computer screen on that day as well.
Yeah. So when setting Isaac up with the Microsoft account to play Minecraft, I nearly had a breakdown.
Yeah, me too.
So when we'd got into Fortnite as a family, and then I was like, I should probably get it installed on PS5, and then didn't realise that my PS5 account was linked to like a fake, not fake, but like an automatically created Epic account from when I played Fall Guys on the PS4 10 years ago.
Right, exactly, yeah.
And then so I had to finish making that account to then unlink it with my PSN ID and then link my actual Epic account to my PS.
Yeah. It's mad. It's all that shit. Yeah. And this part of me just thinks, how do normal people do this?
I know. This is it. That's what always winds me up. How do normal people navigate this shit?
Or maybe they just don't bother and just
we
like
can't do it.
Maybe they just like let their kids just play on their account. Or whatever.
There's probably just don't care,
like,
right?
It's like, yeah.
David, you've probably done this already, but I've found a solution. I'm no doubt you've already seen this. It says apparently it's related to passwordless accounts. Is that what you're dealing with? But this person on Reddit says, I set a password on my account through this website, through the Microsoft website. I can sign automatically with the code. If I turn passwordless back on, I get the same QR code errors every single time.
Okay.
Try adding password and might be a solution.
How do you turn it off then?
How are you logging in currently? With a password or by just getting a code through your phone?
So on his computer, we log in via a password, and then on the Xbox, it keeps asking for a code.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, anyway, maybe if you go to accounts.microsoft.com, you might be able to fix it. I don't know.
Unless you know the answer, don't get involved.
I'm suggesting a solution.
Like
everyone in chat's like, yeah, you've done it. Thank God you fixed it. Yeah.
Okay, send me that link. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it.
Let me change the chat.
Oh God, I'm just remembering how angry I got on Sunday. I'm having flashbacks of sitting there just going, and then Charlie going, but can I play it now? No, you can't.
That's it, isn't it? That's it. It's the just you can't believe how bad the system is, and as you say, we should be pretty good at this stuff, and even we're struggling. And then also your small child, who obviously can't understand why it's frustrating, is like getting really impatient,
He
understandably.
fucking
Like,
knew
it's
that I was
just-
frustrated, though. I'll tell you that, Sean,
Yeah.
at one point. At one point, he heard some rather coarse language. That's what we've been playing this week. Then please, let's get to questions. I want to hear from our listeners, eh? What sort of,
don't.
what they could ask us anything. What are they going to ask us this week?
If you want to send us any questions, go to tcgs.co. Alex79 says, Dear TCG, yes, sir. I can boogie. Boogie.
Very good.
I'm playing Persona 5 on Switch at the moment, and I cannot pick a single fault with it. The style, the music, the game, the combat, the gameplay. It is, in my view, a perfect video game. So I wondered, are there any more? I racked my brain, and I came up with Titanfall 2, exceptional online play and a perfect single-player campaign. I can think of another. I can't think of another FPS that comes close for gameplay, variety of stages. Even the length of it is spot on. Two other games I thought of are Divinity Original Sin 2 and XCOM 2, both absolute perfection in their respective genres. So are there any games you would consider to be perfect video games? Thanks, Alex.
No, go on, back yourself up. This is bullshit. Don't just say that. Come back yourself up.
I was referencing the before because I said about Titanfall 2 how brilliant it was, but I just wish it was a bit longer. And you got really angry with me about it.
When you said, like I said before, did you mean 8 years ago?
About 8 years ago, yeah.
The other day.
Although you had brought it up on multiple occasions over the years, so I thought you would have got that.
I mean, over the year.
Years. Yeah. Years.
Titanfall 2 is a very good shout. I think when I think about perfect video games, I instantly think of Rocket League. I can't think of anything wrong with that game. Like the depth to it, the way it handles everything it does. Rocket League is the one that comes to mind, for sure.
Mario World. Super Mario World. Probably.
I agree,
Probably up
Sean.
there, right?
Yeah, that's a big fan.
I've always said that.
I mean, obviously, I really love Yoshi's Island. I can see why for some people it's not the same. What else? Journey. I'd put Journey on that list.
No, I wouldn't.
Shush.
I think that was I think it was an overrated experience. I think it was very good. I do not think it was like the second cover. People put that as, and
But they
can say what they want. Let the fields and blossoms bloom, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm not spending any
This is when we
time.
get into like, oh, but what's perfection? Because it's what it sets out to be.
Yeah, no, for me, perfection. Yeah, perfection is that you cannot pick a flaw in it. And I like, for example, my favorite game of all time is Breath of the Wild. The fact that every weapon disintegrates like really quickly, and the sliding down a mountain when it rains doesn't. No thanks. Like, that is something bad I can say about that game. Still the best game of all time in my opinion. I wouldn't call it perfect. Whereas look at Rocket League and go, what's bad about Rocket League? Nothing. Absolutely. The only bad thing about Rocket League is when you lose, and whose fault is that?
See, I think you could make a case probably for the original Doom, actually, like the first release of that. There's not much wrong with that at all. No. It nails pretty much everything that it tries to do, and it's so much better than the sequel. It's it's a really good game.
Yeah, are you talking 2018 or?
No, I'm talking the original. And in terms of like Doom 2, the original sequel was nowhere near as good as the first one, because the level design in the first one is so good. It's it's brilliant.
Grim Reload's in the chat has just put Spyro the Dragon and Jack the Daxter, and I hope they're talking about perfect games, because that is an incredible answer.
Yeah, they are.
Is Mario Kart 8 on the list? I think it might be.
Is it perfect? I think maybe.
It might be.
I can't think of anything wrong with it. Which is funny, because Mario Kart World, you could say some of the journeys between one place to another, a bit
Open
dull.
world a bit.
The open world is a bit of a bit of a letdown. Yeah.
My answer. Well, my first thought was Celeste. I mean, I am scared of being chased, so I guess but I still
That's
thought
not
the
a flaw with the game.
No, I still thought like the complexity, the complexity of the story, the music, how it looked. I just thought the journey was amazing. Yeah, Celeste is an all-timer for me, and like 100% in that was just so good.
Yeah,
and I also thought like Stardew Valley. like there's just you could just seep into that game forever, and the way it makes you feel and the relationships. Yeah, like that would be enough for me. Like I think both of them games are incredible. I'm sure most games there are things you could pick flaws with, but yeah, when I think about both games, they're the two that come up.
Nice.
Do we move on?
I don't know. Have we all answered? Oh, James said Doom. Yeah,
Yeah, I said Doom.
All right.
Maria Mendieta says, "Dear TCGS can't connect to servers. Most can identify Mario's hat, whether it is on his head or part of an ill-advised Halloween disguise. While Marcus Phoenix does not wear a hat, his skull-type bandana could pass for one if you imagine the brim is hidden behind him in the style of Fred Durst. Which hat from a video game would you personally wear as part of your everyday outfit? Keep up the amazing work, sincerely, Maria."
I notoriously cannot wear hats.
No,
I
don't wear hats
infamously
either, yeah.
cannot wear hats. You've seen me in a hat, Sean.
I don't think I have, no. Well,
It's the weirdest thing. We were in a pub, but you were there, Matt, weren't you?
Yeah.
Down in Bournemouth it was Chet, John, our friends, Jay, Chris, Matt. You know, like we were all in a pub, and we would talk about hats. And I said, I can't wear a hat. And they went, "What the fuck are you talking about, David?" I said, "There is something about my head that if I wear a hat, it's ridiculous. Like no matter what type of hat, it just looks awful." And John gave me his cap. I put it on, and everyone started laughing.
yeah. We also did it for your 40th birthday, and that picture's even worse.
Yeah, there's a photo of me in a hat for my 40th birthday. I'll have to try and dig it out, but. Yeah, I cannot wear a hat. I know.
I mean, do you feel like you're missing out, or because there's nothing wrong with your hair? So
that's it. No, I got God's
right.
hat. And
if I had hair, I probably wouldn't wear as many hats. So.
Nature's hat. Yeah.
I mean, personally, partial to a baseball cap or a flat cap. So Sean Devlin from the Saboteur rocks a flat cap. I'll have his flat cap definitely.
I'm probably about to ask a really controversial question. Toad in the Mario games, is that hat or is that his head?
It's his head. It's his head.
Cool.
Yeah. It's.
I see, because I have similar to Dave with the hats thing. Me and cycling helmets. Jesus Christ, they all look absolutely absurd to me. You keep thinking, oh well, no, there's stylish ones now. It doesn't have to be like a big mountain biking one. I can get one just for riding around town. Nope. Look like fucking Toad from Mario in every single one I've got. Unbelievable.
Yeah, see, because the closest thing that I could get away with wearing is, doesn't Mario wear a hard hat in Mario Odyssey at some point?
You
have
to wear them on site, do you?
Mario
yeah,
Maker.
exactly. Got to wear them on site. Yeah, loving that. Mario Maker hat. Yeah, I could wear that in on site. Lovely old job.
Should we move on?
James, are you a hat guy?
No, I can't wear hats either. I don't think. I never wear them, and I always
See,
feel
I can see you in a
uncomfortable.
very, very, very small party hat off to one side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Fez.
Yeah, Fez. One of those caps with the propeller on it. You know.
Yeah.
I think
That's
it's a
the
baseball
one,
cap. Yeah.
Sean. Yeah, that was the propeller hat. I can see that.
No, I never really go for them.
Well, it's going to be a fucking new T-shirt. You with one of those hats on. 100%.
My dog Skip says, question, hello lovely boys. I'm currently between jobs and am seriously, like it's in an online trolley, considering replacing my fully working 100% AOK PS5 with a brand new Pro model. This is obviously a stupid idea for so many reasons, and all because I want Ghost of Yōtei to look a little bit better at 60 FPS. Tell me, what is the most financially irresponsible thing you've ever done with regards to your gaming habits? James's Alamo acquisition doesn't count, even though we all know he bought it. Love you all lots. Hugs and kisses. My dog Skip.
Oh, this is an easy one for me.
Go on.
Probably the PSVR 2. I'd say it's probably.
That was a dreadful decision, wasn't it?
Although
That was
I've
a
just
mistake, wasn't it?
been
No,
given a code
don't
for a
try-
new game, which
Okay.
I'm going to give.
Oh, which
a
one?
go to.
What's the game?
Reach.
Oh yeah, it's going to be decent. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
made
gonna-
by the people End Dreams. Yeah, making it and made it, and yeah,
Looking forward to trying it.
kind
But
of
yeah,
first-person dungeon crawler type adventure game. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
it's good.
but in general, it wasn't a great purchase, I would say.
I mean, like my Quest 3, I've definitely had really good times on it, but for the amount of hours I've put into it versus whatever else I could have spent the money on, don't know.
Really?
Yeah, well, you know what I always say, like I just get out of the habit of using it, and
Yeah,
then
totally,
and one day
that's it,
I'll put
yeah.
it on and be like, oh my god, there's loads of great shit on this. I can't believe I haven't been playing VR for ages, and then I'll have like 2 weeks where I'm well back into it, and then it falls out of the routine again. And
It really doesn't help that the OS is a piece of shit as well.
yeah,
Like, it's such a fucking dick to use. Like, you turn it on and it's like, oh, update, and then, you try and turn it off. It's like, no,
yeah.
don't turn off.
Staying
Actually,
on.
and and some things don't work. Yeah, I'm with you. But then I got the 3S, so it was a little bit like
That's
less
true.
of a sting for
And
me.
and if anyone asks me, oh, I'm thinking of getting into VR, what should I get? Yes, it's the Quest 3 or the 3S. Probably still is the answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just fall out of the habit so often. It's weird.
Mine's probably the either the barcode battler.
Oh no, I
or
love
the-
that.
The kid, because my mate at school said, "Oh, you can scan any barcode, and it's a different game." And that was just a lie. That
A different
wasn't what
monster,
it was
yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that's not what he said.
All
If
right.
he'd have said you get a different monster in a really shit game, then I'll go, well, I'm not going to buy it. But he said, no, you can play Sonic if you get a Mars bar and scan it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay, mate.
God, that's incredible.
Oh, brilliant. He did you there, big star.
Yeah, he did do me. When I got it and I scanned my first barcode, I was like, it's just putting, where's Sonic?
I nearly.
What is this shit?
There's a few times I've been tempted when for some reason when like new handheld emulators come out, a lot of them they'll do like an Indiegogo campaign rather than just taking pre-orders like a normal company. And there's been a few times where I've been like, maybe do it because it's like 20 quid cheaper, even though it still comes to like 250 quid. But I've always avoided that. Like, no,
Yeah.
if it was really worth it, I wouldn't be like questioning it. I would just be like, yes, this is the one. So no.
Matt,
No,
was
I
it
can't-
you with Skyrim that bought the game plus the deluxe version of the game plus the massive guide?
Well,
all
no,
this
no,
sort of
no,
stuff
I
for it,
bought a
and then
regular
played it
version of the
for,
game
like,
with the
2
guide.
days?
Because I hadn't played one of the games before, and I thought they'd be interesting with all the the spells and stuff. I really enjoy what I play. Battlefield 3 came out, so I thought I'm out. I'm done.
Oh yeah, no, that is.
Yeah, I still think I'd love to sit in that world and just play it. But then there's things like Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 now, so
Much
Yeah,
better
those-
games.
Oh, I just realised what my answer is.
Go
It's
on.
Basically, it's whatever Lost in Cult put out. Because, so for those who aren't aware, they're a publisher, but they do, like design works books around games, and they also
Okay.
do these big collector's editions, and they do soundtracks, stuff like that. Lots of cool stuff around games that I really like. Their stuff is amazing. It's also not cheap, and there's also really long lead time. So they take pre-orders, and it can be like a year before you see it, right? So I've got the Citizen Sleeper, the full, collector's edition kit, and it's so nice that I don't want to open it half the time. I'm getting the stuff out, like, I don't want to open this book fully because then it'll have a crease on it, and then that's that ruined. It's a fucking stupid mindset. Just open it and enjoy it, right? Like, it's ridiculous. And I was like, right, I can't get another of these. This is silly. Then they announced the Ultros one. I'm like, but that's me, isn't it?
I'm the
guy who
Ultros
likes
guy.
Ultros. If I don't buy it, who will? So pre-ordered that. I don't know when I'm going to see that. That's
oh, you still haven't got that.
You still
no.
got it?
That's and that's like 130 quid, I think.
Fucking hell. Have
Yeah, I
they
know,
taken
it's
the
a
money?
problem. So then they announced like the Animal Well one.
Hold
I
on,
was
they've
like,
taken
right.
the money.
Yeah, they take the money
Oh,
straight
I
away.
took it on pre-order, not on dispatch. Okay.
So then they announced the Animal Well one. I was like, right, no, this is too much. I'm just getting the book. So that's like 50 quid.
Yeah, that's insane.
And then, so I've pre-ordered that,
Oh,
and then
you're
then the
still
other
going.
week they announced they're doing a Cocoon one. So I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but I do want the book. So basically, I'm tied up to the tune of nearly 200 quid with stuff I don't even know when I'm going to get it. That's my answer.
Yeah, it does. That stuff does look lovely, but I would never really use it or really read it. I mean, it looks cool as hell, but I mean,
It is to be fair, I should reiterate, their stuff is really nice. I'm not having a go at all. The Citizen Sleeper stuff is incredible. It's like in that one box, there was, so there's this big, massive Design Works book. There's this like tabletop RPG, these really beautiful cards. But again, I get the cards out, and I'm like, I've got a bit of finger grease on the card. It's fucking ruined.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. There you go.
Shit, the Animal World stuff is due to ship estimated Q2, Q3 in 2026.
Yep.
Holy shit. That's mad,
And
isn't
again, and I know it's because everything they make is so bespoke, right? It's nothing about it is off the shelf. That's why it must take so long to coordinate all the manufacturer quality.
Bespoke,
control and all
sure,
that
but
stuff.
be quicker. That's like, faster. if anything.
So, yeah.
I
That's
think
that's mine.
The only other thing I've got to chuck in the ring, the PS4 Pro for me was such a fucking letdown after I got that. It was, I just can't believe I fucking bought into it.
The worst thing about that, I think, was the noise. Because it was like, because the PS4 was really ridiculously loud.
Yeah.
And there was that whole thing when it first came out where people were like, oh no, it's much quieter.
It
really quiet.
was quieter.
It wasn't. We saw it yours that weekend, and it was fucking well loud.
Could we hear yours on a
first weekend?
stream, Matt? It was like...
That was a hairdryer gag. No, it was quite loud.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, we visited him, didn't we? The weekend it come out. We went, Matt, that's still pretty loud, and you were like, no, it's not. Oh, it might be because it's on the carpet.
No, I think I was like, no, it's definitely loud. It's definitely quieter.
So it did improve, right? There was 2 later iterations of the Pro. 'Cause I remember I got one of the good ones, and then was it the one that was bundled? If you got the one that was bundled with Red Dead 2, that was definitely one of the good, like the better ones.
Right.
But the launch one was a piece of shit.
Yeah, but
Fuck you,
but
Matt.
Timefall texture was slightly better, so I think it all works out.
I will say, I have broken my own rule.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I've actually mentioned this on the pod, but I've mentioned it loads in the WhatsApp group.
Oh my
'cause
god,
I'm
you
very
bought a
worried
PS5
about
Pro.
it. No, I've broken my own rule and I've backed something on Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
The G-Aim thing, the light gun thing. So I went for the Bad Boy bundle, and actually it works out quite well because
They're
they're
actually in
now
profit, if anything.
So this is right. Okay, so this is the light gun time crisis game thing that works on modern TVs. And what tipped me over the edge is that we went to that micro museum in Ramsgate, and Charlie absolutely loved the light gun games there. And I thought, oh man, having that at home would be great. And then when you go for the big boy bundle, you get an extra 3 games, which is still I can't remember, still something 1 and 2. I don't know. They're not games that I've particularly played or have any interest in. But also Point Blank, which is one of the best light gun games because it's still Gunner. That's it. Still Gunner 1 and 2. Thanks, Scientologist. And Point Blank, which is
I
one
love
of the
Point
best
Blank. Yeah.
light gun games. Like, it's so different to usual light gun games. It's really good fun. So that is arriving, but yeah, I don't know where I sit with it. So basically, you can now buy them in Argos, and they're saying delivery is November the 10th, right? Now I've ordered it on Kickstarter. I would imagine that I'm getting it before November the 10th, but there has been absolutely no communication about my unit being shipped or anything yet. And it's coming from Japan, so it is a while away. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but the idea is that we're not going to play it straight away anyway. It's going to be Charlie's either birthday present or Christmas present because he's born on the 20th of December, so it'll be for one of those. But I am really interested to see how that pans out because if that's a piece of shit and doesn't actually work, then that will probably be the biggest waste of money.
That's a big old
I think
stinker, yeah.
basically I've saved about 50 quid or whatever it is on what they're selling it for on Argos. Or the way I've looked at it is that I've got an extra gun for free, so we can play 2-player Point Blank.
Sure.
That, I think, is what I'm all about.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. And there's all sorts of, like, no one knows what... Because the way it works is that it comes with its own console, essentially. It's a box, and that's what runs the games. And there seems to be a little bit confusion as to whether you're going to be able to just download some games and stick them on there and see if they
You've
run.
got to figure it. It must be running on something relatively off the shelf, right?
Yes,
Probably
but then
Android
also the
based.
coordination. What is it? The collaboration with the guns.
Yeah.
How is that going to work on games that are not built for it?
That's true.
So I don't know, but fucking hell, if they say right another 50 quid and you get Virtual Cop 1 and 2, yeah, all right, I'm buying that. send it over, ship, put it on the old Kickstarter. I'll break my rules again. Yeah.
Yeah, I stopped backing games on Kickstarter when I got probably needlessly annoyed that I backed Republic. It's like the Ryan Payton, like where he was obviously the producer on, like, was it Covenant Metal Gear games, his new company. What are they called? Camouflage. Anyway, I was like, oh, brilliant! I backed it, and then like it was already out on the store before they even got my code. And I was like, that's a bit annoying. I kind of want to get it at least on the day. Well, earlier would be nice, but at least on the day, not just waiting a few days. So I was like, screw this.
Yeah.
Screw that.
I do wonder if it's going to be sold in Argos before I get mine. And
Well, I
that's
bet
gonna
yours
piss
will
me off.
ship, but shipped from Japan, therefore probably taking longer. But...
Yeah.
Do you know, I had no idea there was a Virtua Cop 3, but there was.
Yeah, man.
Was there?
Yeah.
What was it released on?
It came out on
that
arcade.
arcade?
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
And
it does count.
there was going to be an Xbox. I was just reading this. There was going to be an Xbox version, but they canned it because they realised they'd have to make a light gun for it. They didn't want to.
Does that
I
catch
just
them by
remember-
surprise, did it?
Yeah. We got to do what? I just remember playing Virtual Cop 2 on the Sega Saturn in my bedroom so much and just thinking, fucking hell, you can shoot the wheels of the car. You can shoot the wheels of the car. Like that's not even an enemy. And you can shoot the wheels.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at fucking gameplay footage now, and holy shit, it looks bad. But in my head, I was bad boy cop.
Bad boy cop. Okay.
Next question.
This comes from right. This is interesting. Tom C, one of the top 300 Toms in London SE4. Now, did this come in before or after he sent in the feedback? Because has he gone up or down in the ranking?
I don't know.
I don't know. He says, "All right, enough messing around. If you had to recommend a game to Barack Obama, what would it be?"
Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
It's the best game ever made.
I don't know enough
I
about
was-
the guy.
I was going to go with Jack and Daxter, but
I've heard it's perfect.
yeah.
So,
Barack and Daxter. No, it doesn't work.
Ben in the chat suggested Tetris. Always a good shout. To be fair,
Yeah, I love the
can't
fact
go
that-
wrong with
You
Tetris.
can't. Just that one. No, you know what? Do you know what I'd recommend? Burnout Paradise, because its campaign ads were in it, weren't they? Oh.
He'd love that.
Ugh.
So Dave just took a very massive swig with elbow fully aloft.
James likes the eyes the most.
Yeah.
Pusmo. I play Pusmo every fucking day. It's really good. And I reckon
Wordle.
he's into puzzles.
Wordle. Have you played Wordle?
What
Barack
about
Obama?
Dr. Kawashima's brain training?
Yeah.
Why are you calling him thick?
Oh,
He needs it. Needs to keep himself fresh. Professor Layton. I started playing one of them on the old phone recently.
Any good?
Holds up. Yeah, it's all right.
Does it? What, like the first one?
It's the Pandora's box, I think. I think it was
right.
like second or third. I lost
I
it.
just
Luke-
remember the
it's
kid
Luke in it.
being incredibly annoying, yeah.
Yeah.
Did I, Professor? Did I? It's like, oh, what the fuck is this?
speaking of phone games, this is not even related to the subject. I downloaded Spooky Express yesterday because Stephen Tortillo mentioned it on his Game File newsletter. And it's
Oh,
like
is that the one that's a spin-off of Cosmic Express? Is that right?
Oh, I don't know actually. It basically is like
Yes, it
it's like
is.
a train track, isometric train track kind of puzzle game where, yeah,
Really
it's like
good,
a, it's, yeah. No, I haven't played this one yet, but so this is this a spiritual sequel you say or
I
follow?
think it's a spin-off. Yeah, it's same devs and everything. It's
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
games,
Spooky Express is out on PC, iOS, and Android, so I've got that to go.
That'll be. Yeah, I've only played Cosmic Express, but yeah, really good.
Nice.
Last one comes from Eskil, who says, sorry, question, dear Nancy, Ned, George and Bess. Oi, I've just come to a point where I've had to quit my chosen field of study, ending an 11-year journey to achieve my dream job. It's been quite harrowing at times, but I've made lots of wonderful friends, learned a ton, and frankly, I don't know what else I'd do with my time. Can you think of any times you had a non-lethal misfortune and had to look to the bright side? Kiss, clap or clem, Eskil.
I mean, how long have we got? Jesus. I mean,
Well, yours was the whole skiing incident, wasn't it?
snowboarding, get it right.
Snowboarding, sorry. I'm
fucking
so
loser.
sorry.
I'm not a fucking
I am.
loser.
I am really sorry. I'm actually sorry with that. The whole Bell's palsy thing was a rough period to go through. I'm just thinking about that. I just thought, that was weird, wasn't it?
So that just happened and has not reoccurred or anything since. It just
No, you've still got it. I still
Okay.
feel that part of my face is like weaker than the other half. And like when I get really tired, you can see it. But yeah, that was a weird period of my life. That just walking around the place and having to close and open my eye manually. Going to sleep, closing one eye, and then having to just pop the other one down to go to bed. Like, that was fucking weird. The Bell's palsy period of my life was like, that was a real sort of, I can either really go into a dark place about this, because I was like early 20s, and the first doctor told me, this is permanent. Like, they didn't explain that you will have effects from this for the rest of your life, but like it's not going to be like this forever.
mostly get better. Yeah.
So I walked out there just going, fucking hell, my face is going to be like this forever now. But yeah, so I could have easily really sort of lost my head about it all, but for some reason I was all right, I think. Don't know if I've processed it, thinking about it now.
Get to therapy.
Okay, cheers, Matt. I'll get there.
This is a difficult question because I find it very difficult to look at the bright sides with things and just be upbeat about stuff. I don't know. Non-lethal misfortune.
I feel like it's a tough one to answer because it's either something that's not really severe enough, or it's something severe enough that you don't really want to chat about it.
It's exactly that, and that's the case. Really, I can't think of anything I'd really want to talk about on here.
Cool. The only way to one-up me is to go, hey, mine's so bad. I just want to talk about it on the pod, actually. Yeah. Hey, I've been through some stuff that you won't
happy
even
for you that your worst thing is fine, Dave.
Grow up.
I don't know what you're bothered about, honestly.
But yeah, so from Eskil's message, I'm not entirely clear. So it sounds like he's had to quit something, essentially not through his own. Like he's given up on a dream, basically. Is that what we're all getting from this? Because he seems really chipper about it, but also it seems like really sad news. If it's sad news, I'm really sorry, Eskil.
Well, even if it's not sad news, I feel sorry for Eskil if you've had to give up on a dream for whatever reason. It's
what if the dream turns out to be bad?
Taking over the world.
The wrong dream.
But I think it's better to come to a realization that won't happen than just blindly go on, and that in turn makes you worse. I think it actually says a lot to actually acknowledge it and then to move on. Because if you're constantly like thinking about the dream and like this dangling carrot in front of you, then you may not get there, and you'll constantly be like feel like you're on the treadmill. Whereas Eskil's thought, no, I'm doing this, and then he can move on and start a new chapter in his life.
That's why I always fucking hate.
Old, like, sorry, the best time to make the decision was 11 years ago. The second best time is now, sort of thing.
Yeah. That's why I've always hated that whole sort of motivational speaker bollocks. Hey, if you want your dream, you can achieve your dream if you work hard enough. Can you? Not always. Sometimes you need a bit of luck, mate. Do you know what I mean? You can put that in your speech.
You know, when people talk about having like an ambition to achieve a certain thing, like, right, I need a plan. This is where I need to be by year 2. I need to have done this, and then Whereas I'm just like, I don't know, I just sort of do what I can and try to not be shit, and whatever the rewards of that will just happen or not. It's probably largely out of my control.
Speaking, Sean.
Yeah.
Just try not to be shit and just like
just get through.
What I mean is I do my best. I don't know. Right? I do my best, and then whatever happens, happens. That's just kind of how I approach things. Maybe that's not the right attitude. But
the thing about luck as well, I think if you work hard enough for something and
that's bollocks, Matt.
I'm saying, I haven't finished yet. Like a lot of people now say, "Oh, it's luck" or whatever. But you know, if you work hard, then like it may be luck, or maybe as a result of you working hard, new opportunities open up, new people, etc. So, yeah,
well,
I really admire people who can do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But sometimes when you work really hard, it doesn't come off.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but you can only try, can't you?
For every bloke on stage telling people if you work hard enough, you can achieve anything, there are 300 people that want to be in that same position and are never going to get there. Like, it is, honestly...
What's the alternative? Just don't work hard, just give up.
No. It's to not walk around pretending that you can achieve everything you want to achieve, and sometimes you have to think of something different. You got, like, I just hate this whole bloke on a stage telling you that you like, you're not working hard enough. If you're not there yet, you're not working hard enough. Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck off. Like, honestly, fuck off. I hate that. I hate that mentality.
That's more like the LinkedIn rise and grind mentality, which is
fucking does my nut in. And if you don't think that people take advantage of that mentality, it absolutely blows my mind. Like, it.
Well, no, that can't be the case. I bought a £400 course on LinkedIn the other day. I'm very sure I know what I'm
doing. Anyway, all right, that's the final rant of the night. That's your questions. Thank you so much for sending them in. Matt, let's get to the socials.
Yes, James is streaming Farley Steps Saturday at 9 p.m. I assume you still are, James?
Yeah, I'm still going with that.
Brilliant. James, yes, that's Saturday, 9 p.m, twitch.tv/TCGSco. James's old streams, previous streams are also on our YouTube channel. Search TCGS on YouTube and you can watch the first 3 parts of Farley Steps. If you have an Amazon account and a Twitch account, connect them and you get something called Twitch Gaming. Or Twitch Prime? I should probably remember this. Anyway, you get a free subscription to any channel, so why not go to our channel when James is streaming on Saturday or anytime you want and give us your free subscription. And links to our amazing Discord community, our Patreon if you want to support what we're doing, our socials, our podcasts. It's all on tcgs.co. There you go.
And thank you so much for living it. We'll catch you next week for some more gaming chit chat. We hope you have a lovely week. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Bye.
Cheerio.
Goodbye.